next.
No, she was going to. I had a plea to make, and I got inspiration from it because I wrote something on paper with a pen and paper, and it was worth.
Something on paper with a pen and paper. I noticed that I am in Timur's section,
You're
Casey.
definitely in the wrong spot.
Grimmin is a great goblin name, though.
Oh, I didn't change the overlay, but I mean, I guess that's sort of.
Let's see if the new one lasts more than one session.
There we go. Now Beth's in the right spot. Hi. We're here. Well, most of us at least. We think Timur is asleep because he was talking about playing D&D earlier. Yeah. So hopefully he will wake up and join us groggily and apologetically in a bit. If not, maybe he won't miss anything. Who knows?
I can make that happen.
Oh no.
Make
If
what
I believe. Hi. If he's gonna not miss anything, it's gonna be because of us, not because of you. You're gonna make him miss things.
No, I think you got that backwards.
All right. I guess I should adjust the battle map things.
Ooh, this is about. Oh, I don't want that.
Just in case we have a battle map. I guess we're already on a battle map. So, but the battle is over. It's over. How's everybody doing today?
All right.
I know it's weird that I actually let all of you answer this time.
It was because you're busy clicking on stuff.
It is. There's clicking. Holly, A for effort, always in the right spot. Great.
Good work, Ollie.
Good work.
Keep it up.
Always.
You are most frequently the rightest spot person.
Besides you. You're always at the right spot.
I am always in the right spot because it doesn't matter where I am. Because I'm always in the right spot. And you know what? You know who else is always in the right spot? Our
Kevin
viewers.
McLeod.
Aww.
They are in the right spot. Nothing
in the pit
says
where they belong.
Thank you for your viewership than making you wait a half an hour to start.
Just vibing out to some intro music.
We'll do this. Yeah, we got to listen to the K McLeod going at you, coming at you loud. K McLeod music, hip hop, a hip to the hop, and you don't stop.
I like how we made them wait half an hour and we're still not even considering starting. We're just fucking wasting more time.
We're not wasting time. We're introductioning.
Okay.
All right. So, welcome back to, what is this one called? The last
Episode
page.
13.
Episode 13.
Where we haven't found one page yet.
No pages have been found. But technically it's only the last page. Is the name of the thing. What does that mean? Is it a metaphor? Is it a literal-aphor? We don't know. Is it a simile? No.
I think it kind of is a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think you're right, Holly. DM inspiration for that. We're just gonna totally devalue these.
No.
It's gonna be inspiration inflation.
Yeah. You know what,
we'll
Holly?
have wheelbarrows.
Holly, have another one. You can have 5 of them.
We won't be able to use them to buy a loaf of bread.
You have 5. They don't stack or anything, so you really only have 1. But I gave you 5 of them.
I will forever remember that I have 5 non-stackable inspirations.
There you go. They take up too many inventory slots, and they weigh more than your carrying capacity. All right. Speaking of,
I'll put them in my lantern.
More than our carrying capacity. I have some more announcements. We have a website. It is rollitslant.com. We're also on Twitter. It is @rollitslant. We're also on YouTube. It is type in Roll It Slant into the search feature of YouTube and find us. You can find our back episodes there. You can find our front episodes there. You can watch our episodes at 100 times speed if you don't like this part. You can watch them super slow if you really like this part. Or you can watch them at normal speed if you're not a serial killer.
Ooh. Bam.
Serial killers watch at 1x speed. Normal people watch at 1.5x minimum.
Well, we all know what Beth is.
All- That's for all YouTube videos that aren't music.
What?
That's actually
wanna- you
not
wanna-
true for me.
You try watching a YouTube video 1x speed. Hey guys, it's Johnny YouTube's here, coming at you with a fresh video. There's so much bullshit. You got a 1.5.
Would you rather watch it like, hey guys, it's not the expert here. We're coming at you. We're friends.
Hell yeah. I would rather waste. I don't know how the fraction/percentage works, but I'd rather waste less of my time with their shit with 1.5x speed and get through it.
I think there's an add-on. Oh, never mind. This is off-stream topic. Never mind. Just kidding.
Holly.
I'm glad we're getting there. So, last time on the last page, also thank you to Roll20.net for having us part of the Spotlight program. Great. Last time on the last page, the group made their way through a old Titan skeleton shown only by the moon in the valley of the river just upriver from the town of Krennel Bend, where they are based for the beginning of this adventure. And what happened in that valley? What did you guys do? What happened?
We saw a skeleton, and we went in it and on it and through it.
All right, so
And
We practiced prepositions for a while.
and then we found like a little riddle thing where we had to get these pieces. It was parts of animals that I can't remember.
head,
It
shoulders,
was
knees,
like
and
a horn,
Knees and toes.
an antler,
And a tusk.
and a tusk. There we go. And yeah, the antlered one killed one of our party members again.
Can we
Which one?
please
What was his name? Holly?
the antlered one.
I don't know. He was a snake person. He didn't even know his name, so it's okay if I don't know it.
His name was Zevis.
Zevis.
was
Forever rest in peace.
Yes.
It's Evans. It's just
Rip
that-
in pieces.
Yeah, so like we got those pieces and we put it inside the skeleton head, and then it opened up a portal and we all went in it, and we found the blood witch and another party member. He's a Goliath. He's new.
We just keep finding them.
It was just, he was just tied up to a tree, and like we almost all died, but no one else died that time. We killed the blood witch.
Oh, somebody did die.
She died.
Did I die?
No.
I might have died.
The-
I don't
You were, like,
remember.
conscious. You didn't die.
A lot of
Yeah.
holes in this story so far.
Yeah,
Floated
Alright.
for a while.
Well,
that was just like the gist.
let us start to fill in the potholes of this story. With a little song I like to call Mate Vigil. Actually, Kevin MacLeod likes to call it that.
Evan.
Cool. So you find yourself still in this weird, distorted, bloody shadow demi-plane subdomain of the Blood Witch. The Blood Witch. I'd remember that name anywhere. The Blood Queen. And so the combat has ended, as you recall. Blood Witch had all sorts of maniacal fun, levitating you off the ground, generally going around, watching little slithering tentacle-like minions suck the life out of you, but finally was slain, and in her last cackling, dying breath, warned that you were allied with the betrayer and that he was coming.
Question.
Answer.
Did Olive get her memories back? Or her brain swiped?
Olive did indeed.
Okay.
Technically, I think it's still in my pocket.
All right,
Rude.
But I was intending to give it back.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
Here's your brain.
I like take it from her, and I'm like, this is like a weird. I look at it. Do I figure out how to get it back? Is it drinkable? Do I open it up and it comes back?
It does seem like it's in sort of like a flask-esque container.
Okay, I uncap it and quickly drink it.
All right.
It tastes like a spicy ginger beer.
You answered my question. All right.
A very spicy, effervescent ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Yeah.
All right.
Effervescent.
I jumped on it quick because I wanted the chance.
All right. And with that, you are cured of your condition of not being able to take longer rests. And you see around you tables covered with various things. There's a large cauldron in the center of this platform. There's kind of a large seated throne up a few steps. Out off in the distance, you recall, is sort of this distorted forest that gets sort of blurry and hazy, almost like a fog goes not too far off. So it's clear that this is not really a place that's existing in, in the material plane.
Do we want to take a
First,
look
get
around?
off that. I wanted to look at it.
Roost is king now.
Grist, you're disturbing the evidence. We don't even know what this is. Grist, get off the throne.
Ow.
Grist,
Sorry.
Grist, I will drag you off the throne.
Roost is inspecting. Roost would like to inspect the throne from a sitting position.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll at advantage since you are the king.
Yes. Nice.
Excellent.
The king is
2
consistent.
17s. So you suffer from perils of the warp, and you take D3 mortal wounds.
Don't you need to roll to see what the peril is? I could be sucked into space instead.
No, I said the rule confidently, so that means that's how Warhammer works. So whoever says the rule more confidently, that's what the rule is.
Yeah. I
Alright.
shouldn't have led that with a question. I should have just
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah. Yep. Alright.
Never show weakness.
Exactly. Don't worry, we support all gaming systems here. Cool.
And sometimes if you jump too good, you do jump into the second pit.
Except for you, Overwatch. We'll never support you.
Alright.
Again.
Again.
Hey.
Alright,
Oh,
hold on.
we're just straight. We have a track and we are going straight down it.
Alright. No, we're not. We're not on tracks anymore. We're like, if monorails involve Jello somehow, that's where we're at. Jello rails. So, think about how delicious that is. Well, I'd give you a description of the throne on which you sit. It is quite larger than you are. In fact, quite larger than any medium-sized creature. You're just a little bit smaller than most. You're guessing that this seat was perhaps designed for a creature of large size to sit comfortably. Although it doesn't give you any less of a sort of regal view to preside over sort of this whole area, as you are up about 8 or so feet up from the platform, looking down onto it. It's made of stone, cracked and weathered and aged. You don't really see any discerning features on it. It's fairly simple in its design, but still rugged and solid.
Boost inspection is complete. Boost is king.
Do you have any further wisdom to share with us, O King?
Well, the shadow is quite big. Bigger than Groost. Bigger even than used.
But I'm not disagreeing with you, but Grist, most things are bigger than you.
That is true. But this is bigger than the witch too, so it's not her chair. She took it from somebody bigger.
Alright.
And what is bigger than a witch?
A
Bigger
giant!
Oh,
Sorry.
that makes a lot
I'm
more
yelling
sense.
across the room.
Yes, probably a
I,
giant.
I mean, the first thing I thought of was an elephant.
I was also going with elephant. But the
Oh,
giant makes a lot
Bruce,
more
Bruce,
sense.
we're on the same wavelength here. Actually, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
During this time, I think I would be casting detect magic and then starting to inspect the tables and the area, including the cauldron and whatnot. Looking for, any books, anything of import. Yeah.
Like imported goods.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
Cervezas.
it's probably all imported, like only the finest things.
This is domestic witchcraft.
That's okay too. So I guess like
Eat fresh, witchcraft local.
components to spells that could do more harm. Are there other dreams in flasks? That type of thing.
All right, so casting,
What kind of realm we're in?
casting detect magic, looking around, like 75% of the stuff on the tables is magical in some way or another. In more of a sort of components or kind of like latent, magical energy sense, it's not, nothing as quite refined as like this is a evocation magic thing. So you're guessing that like none of the liquids are magical ingredients rather than things that have been formed into a finished magic piece, but they glow nonetheless to your senses there. Going around on top of the tables, you do find all sorts of various spell components. Amongst them, you do see there are 6 fairly large rubies, which you guess probably about 50 gold apiece. What they're components for, who knows, but they're there. There are lots of scraps of paper and not spell books per se, but there are, gathered, just torn out scrabblings of things, spell scraps and that kind of stuff. And in them, you do find a spell scroll, actually 2 spell scrolls, one of which is the spell Sleep, and one is the spell Scorching Ray. You also find the one more, I hate to use the word formal, but the one more put together bit of notes that you find is bound in a book. The book out on the outside looks like it's made from some sort of flesh of some kind, just sort of stretched over. It's maybe like a people leather bound book. In a sort of contorted way. It's all dried and everything, obviously. And it's not a very long thing. It's more of sort of like a folio, but in it does appear to have some sort of larger ritual or something in it. It's written in a language that I don't think you are familiar with. But it's very... You recognize at least a little bit that this is likely some sort of like larger ceremonial type thing. And if you're searching through all the tables, can you give me a investigation roll?
Can I
Sure.
too? By this table that I'm standing at?
Yes, we'll do one roll for everything, so you can do your roll as well, Katara.
Ooh.
I got a 21.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Damn it.
It's almost better not to know, right?
Right?
All right. So going through, Olive, can you roll me a d6?
4.
All right. Just trying to figure out which table this goes on. All right. So, Holly, since you were searching as well, why don't you give me a D100 roll, and Cookie, give me 2 D100 rolls.
$73.
All right, 73 from Holly. I'm just gonna write these down. As we are looking at the magic table, 73 and then
54 and 28.
54 and 28. And then one more, since you rolled a 4 on your d6. One more d100 from somebody.
30.
300. Alright. Okay. Going through, it's mainly just vials of various liquids and such. You do see in them, it does look that despite a lot of this stuff being ingredients, that some of these are actually completed sort of potions. You do find 2 potions of healing amongst all of this. And you also find, let me look up what this is. Another one that alphabetically is here. Clear red liquid that has tiny bubbles in it. It is vaguely reminiscent of a healing potion, but is in a much more sort of ornate, solid bottle, and generally looks more rare than, say, an uncommon healing potion. And you also see another potion. I kind of love the descriptions of potions. You guys rolled all potions, which is good. Potions. It's cloudy green fluid. You kind of open the cork, and it sort of smells of the ocean. And it has this weird sort of jellyfish-like bubble that kind of just floats around in it.
Green jellyfish potion.
Okay. Oh, there they are. Elixir of health. Okay. Potion of water breathing. Okay, cool. Well, it looks like I've got some reading to do. And I kind of like look at the padfolio, but I don't know if we should wait, or do we think something's gonna come?
Well, I mean, we should probably consider what exactly this is.
What's that?
Do we need to diffuse the weird potion thing?
Ooh, do you think like another figment's being made?
Maybe. I don't
Do you think we
know.
should spill it out on the floor? Is that how that works?
I think somebody who knows more than me about these sorts of things should perhaps.
Is there a fire still lit underneath it? I would like to prestidigitate it out.
It seems like the fire is like a 10 by 10 square. So it's like it's too large to just snuff out.
All right.
I mean, it's the size of the whole underside of the cauldron. It's
Oh,
pretty big.
right.
Perhaps add onion.
If I only had onions on me. In that case, oh, what about your gust? Oh, don't you do stuff with wind?
Oh yeah, I could do that. I could do that, but do I want to do that?
I mean, you do what you want.
Please don't do something that would knock over the cauldron when we don't know what it is or what it's doing, and it could get on me.
Well, you just can't stand in that direction. You know, you just got to stand in the other direction.
I think if you knock over a cauldron this large, it is not going to be going in a single direction.
No. It is my, in the goblin colonies where we've got, witch doctors and shamans, and they're all making potions and stuffs in cauldrons. They're like, no, don't put those rocks in there. That will ruin it. So if we just get random items and throw them into the cauldron, everything will be okay.
I like that
No,
idea. I
absolutely
like it.
not.
I love it. Actually.
I trust the wizard.
I'm Groost. Groost picks up a rock and throws it inside.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I would like you
Yes.
to make a roll for me.
Oh
Sure.
God.
Alright, I'm not gonna look this up. We're just gonna make this up as we go. Alright.
Oh shit, yeah, it's that fucking random potion bullshit, isn't it?
The potion missability table. I never get to use
Yeah.
that. Because you guys aren't like, what if we mixed these two potions together and then I drank it as a single action? That's what they made this for. I would like you.
Yes, because we know the potion miscibility table exists.
I mean, it can do good things. One of the
Or
outcomes.
it can do very bad
One
things.
of the outcomes on that is that the effect becomes permanent.
That isn't necessarily good.
Permanent underwater breathing? Awesome.
Permanent, like, haste.
Oh, yikes.
Wait a minute,
anyway.
that's insane.
Or
We should be
whatever.
mixing all these potions.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you what the result is before you drink it, though. So, could you roll a?
Why are you making me roll if you're gonna make it up anyway?
Well, no, I need you to roll
Okay.
because there's a percentage chance of something happening, and I'm determining that in my head now.
On
roll
D100?
Roll a D100 for me, please. All right.
That's a low roll.
That would mean that my deity would talk to me, so yeah, it's gotta be good, right?
I would like you now to roll a D6.
4.
All right. Please stand by while I do a quick search. As you throw the rock in, the cauldron starts to bubble and churn in a very violent way.
Oh, God.
As if it's definitely reacting to this.
See, whatever she was planning, it's definitely not working now.
Everybody, please
Bruce,
stop.
get away from the cauldron.
Where's another rock?
Bruce.
We didn't search her body, did we?
I know. That was my next move. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, we could put her in the cauldron.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
I'm gonna put you in the cauldron, Bruce.
Not again.
Please hold. Your call is important to us. You rolled a 4, right?
Just to make sure that Timur's character maybe doesn't die, can we move him just in case?
Yeah, sure.
That's in Maglubiot. Step away from Cauldron, just in case.
If this. Oh,
How did you
God.
die? Oh, Groose put you in the cauldron.
Goose threw a rock in the cauldron.
Sorry, Timur, you gotta roll up a third character. No, wait, we're
Fourth
on the third character. Fourth character.
Why isn't this working? My thing is not working. Alright.
I added things to the party loop.
Yay.
The liquid sort of slowly drains down into what looks like it would be like the pot emptying out, but it's just sort of bubbles out almost like it's boiling out, but replacing it is this sort of swirling, noxious cloud of greenish gas that smells very acrid, very sulfurous, and then you see a large shape of something begin to emerge from this. It starts small and then it becomes immensely towering, and you see something about the size of a bear. But as the smoke fog cloud begins to relax, it flows out, and you can see emerging from the cauldron itself is a creature that is very decisively not a bear, but a small thing that apparently doesn't have a... God damn it. Why doesn't any of this shit work? Some days. You don't see nothing happens.
Thank God.
I should just be able to, like, drag and drop this shit.
Yeah, but some of them just don't have tokens for whatever reason.
I don't understand why this one doesn't have a token. We'll get one. Don't you worry. Don't you guys worry. I don't want to ruin your immersion by... Oh, this is a pretty good one. We'll use this one. Although it may be... let me put it on the GM layer to just make sure it's not horribly messed up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all right. So, coming out of the pot is a large creature that stays on the GM layer. Pops out and has a large beak-like face, and it appears you have created some sort of monstrosity-like creature that is part bear, part owl.
Wise, my darling creation. I am your creator, and we will be friends.
Alright, I need you to make an animal handling check, please.
Okay.
See, you know that one episode of Buffy where Spike just goes, "You made a bear!"
Yeah,
16.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
16.
Alright. Looks down at you, and we'll use its insight. Alright, and it turns and does not immediately try to rip your face off as it looks down at you. The cauldron itself is now empty, save for maybe like a couple inches of sort of the dregs liquid in the bottom that it does, and the owl bear steps out of the cauldron and plops down next to you.
I don't like this.
Hi, I'm
Put it-
Ghost.
Put it back.
Is there any meat
Put it
around?
back.
Do they eat meat?
Probably.
Why, he's our friend now.
Is he?
We brought him into this world, and he will take us out of it.
That's true.
What?
I'm not sure that that's how you define friendship, though.
Well, Groose doesn't continue.
Does it happen to be a baby owlbear?
Have you ever seen an owlbear before?
No, I was just wondering if Eloise was hungry.
It is,
Oh, so now
it is quite large, but does have sort of younger-ish proportions to it, like it's a little baby-faced.
Mm-hmm.
How is it? What's its demeanor?
It does look meaner than other things you've seen before.
What kind of
It's a
schooling has
dummy.
it had?
What is its favorite ice cream?
Can I insight it to try and get a
Sure.
impression of its mood? Does it seem confused? Does it seem curious?
Give
Does it
me
seem
a
friendly?
wisdom insight roll.
Okay. Insight. 5.
All right. It seems in a friendly and nurturing mood.
Can I try to figure
Definitely
out if Albert actively wants to eat me specifically?
Groost, making this incredible observation, will carefully extend a hand to pet against its feathery bareness.
All right. As you extend your hand to pet against it, it will extend its beak down above you. Here comes one beak attack.
No!
Oh no.
We're all friends!
Uh,
Oh, God!
23.
I told you we were
We
friends!
will roll into initiative here.
Oh my god, I don't know how many hit points I have.
I don't either.
I was hoping it wasn't going to become relevant.
I thought we were long rested.
We haven't long rested. We just finished fighting.
Yeah, but at the end of the last session, we said something like that we were long resting. So I have no idea.
You have
what
to
I meant.
actively choose to long rest. Don't worry, it's only got a 5 initiative.
Okay, let's kill it quickly.
I guess I'll. Maliath doesn't have any. Maliath just sort of stands back with his arms crossed, being like, "This is your problem, not my problem."
That's fair. That's a very valid stance.
Katara, help me! There are consequences to my actions. Help!
All right. Are we missing anyone? Guitar, Groost, Olive, Owlbear.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how many. So the last time that my stat bar is visible during the last fight, I had 16 hit points.
Okay, we'll go with that.
So we're gonna go with 16 because that is as honest as I can be right now. Now I will roll initiative.
Olive, after having observed this, you just sort of think to yourself, yeah, this was definitely some sort of ritual that was designed to create creatures. You're like,
Yeah.
Duh, of course it's
Yeah.
gonna create a creature if you do something to it.
Right.
But, question for all of you. Is this the first owlbear ever created?
No, because
Ooh.
the person at the carnival has owlbear cubs.
Oh.
Boom. That's some lore I remember without writing it down.
There you go. All right. We will.
That
sort
would have
this
been so
by
sad.
deciding-
Just like,
Created a new creature and then killed it immediately.
yes.
All right, Katara, you are up as this thing tries to nom down on top of Groost.
I will hex
All right.
it and then
is hexed.
blast it. $18.
Oh, these things have a lot of hit points.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Why?
It doesn't have a hit point bar, but 18 will probably hit. Yes, it does.
Awesome. 5 force, 2 thunder,
Thunder
and
damage.
5
Deeds of
necrotic.
Thunder cheap. So that's 12 points total.
Yes.
All right. It howl whoos out at you.
And then I will 5, 10, 18, 20, 25, 30. There. Done.
All right. Roost.
Earth wails and disengages as a bonus action.
All right.
And then now back in the pot, back in the pot. He's going to thorn whip the owlbear.
All right. Go ahead and make a thorn whip. Thorn whipple a tackle.
I'll make a thorn whipple a tackle. 20.
You will hit.
All right. I would like to pull it into the pot.
All right, and in it goes. Does this do damage?
Well, you made damage to me previously, so. Oh, you mean thorn whip? Thorn whip does this much damage, and then whatever the pot does, which might be nothing. I don't know.
We will see. Anything else? Now that you've moved it in melee range of you.
Good point, but worth it anyway.
That just pulls it. It's not like grappled or anything, right?
It's not grappled. It's just pulled. So Goose moved from here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Goose will make. No, Goose will stay.
Stay, Groose. Stay. Olive, you are up.
Olive just kind of stands back with her arms crossed and like, if we threw a stone into the cauldron and made an owl bear, what's gonna happen? Because she hasn't seen it drain. What's gonna happen when we throw a large creature in there?
Well, it's going to make a stone, obviously.
Groose, are you gonna keep this as a pet?
If it stops trying to kill me.
Oh God, I want to be a dick right now. All right. I will half-heartedly send a ray of frost at the owlbear.
All right. There's no mechanical modifier for half-heartedly.
No, but I just want to know like whatever kind of disdain I have.
19 will hit.
And then yes, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
All right. So the poor thing that you guys have summoned into existence is now thorn whipped, hexed, frosted, and
Oh, poor thing. Maybe I was trying to be friends with it and it tried to eat my head.
I mean, it thought you were trying to feed it.
My head.
Ew.
Zahara, you are up.
I'm gonna take 5 steps back, or go 10 feet back.
Meaning the average size step was 2 feet.
And then I am going to sigh and pull out my crossbow and take a shot. Oh, this is rolling with my new stats. It's this last one, so 23.
23 will still hit. You didn't
With
put
sneak
full plate
attack.
armor into the thing, so it's not an armored owl bear. It's just a rocky owl bear.
So less 1, so
12.
yeah.
Alright. Does take 12 points of damage.
This why? I'm gonna go back another 5 feet, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Rock stealing has not been good for us.
No,
At the beginning-
Have we learned any lessons?
rocks are big bad.
at the beginning of its
Usually
turn,
it's doors, but this time it's rocks.
Rocks.
it growl hoots out in pain as it sort of steps lightly around on the inside of the pot, and it takes 1 point of fire damage from being in this still boiling pot.
Oh, that poor rock took so much damage.
And now it is going to use its multi-attack against you, Groost.
Oh.
Going to start out with its claws. Here they come. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Alright. So
Oh,
13
God.
points of slashing damage as just sort of tears at you. And then as you're a little bit now off balance, it comes in with its beak to try to eat you. Beak. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
Alright.
Oh no.
Alright.
Oh,
Ooh, max damage
God.
on that. and it
Like-
clamps down on your shoulder and your neck. It's everything you can do to get your head from going down its esophagus. And it
No.
almost manages to grab you. The only thing keeping you from being fully swallowed is that it's sort of still in this thing, and that will do it for its turn.
Hey, well, we're gonna blast at it.
Alright, now it's half covered because it's in the pot.
Perfect, because I've rolled an 11.
11 will not hit. Strikes the side
All
of
right.
the pot with a gong.
That'll do. Get out of there, Groost.
It is now Groost's turn.
Ghost will disengage and scamper away. Turning back to fire off a guiding bolt at it.
Alright.
Oh no!
11 will not hit as it
Fire.
strikes the side of the pot again. Alright. Lots of magical energy hitting the side of the pot. All of you are probably close enough and not running to see that all of this mist magic energy strikes the pot, and rather than just sort of like leaving a mark or something, seems to get absorbed into the
Oh my
container
God.
itself.
Sounds
Anything else,
great.
Bruce? All of you are up.
Okay, so hey, y'all, the cauldron is absorbing it, or magic, and that's not great, because maybe it would fill up again. I don't know, but let's not throw anything else in there. Is it the spells or the mist magic that's been, like, ambient in the air?
It seems like both of these missed shots have struck the cauldron itself, and it seems like rather than the cauldron being damaged by it, it just sort of soaks it up.
Oh,
you're guessing the
mist shots.
Yeah.
I thought you said mist with a T.
Missed, as in not hit.
All right. So yeah, let's not miss anymore. And then I'm gonna cast magic missile at first level on it.
But that is the word miss in it.
It does. That is so all 3 points at the owlbear, and
So
I'm like, come here, buddy.
12 total.
12 total, and I like
Coaching it out?
tease it to get it out, and I'm like, hey, and I like just kind of like I'm
Make
trying to move
an
it out.
animal handling roll at disadvantage because you just shot it with magic missile.
Oh, absolutely.
DC is 25.
Roll an extra 20.
Nope.
It doesn't follow your instructions.
Of course. Of course.
Alright, you do notice though that as these things are striking it and like chunks of its what do you call pelt? Fur, I guess. What do you call a
Are owlbears
Col-
feathered or furred?
yeah?
Furthers. Furthers.
A chunk of its furthers have been blown away and it's bleeding and stuff. And as the blood from its injuries
Blood.
splashes down, you can see that the cauldron is starting to
Not
bubble
again.
and froth up.
We need to get it out.
All right, Zahara,
That's my turn.
You are up.
Your Gerst wailing in the
Alright.
distance, getting quieter.
Do I feel like this would give me enough cover to hide?
No.
Fortunate. Then I suppose I will just take another shot at the owlbear.
As it's in its battle pod.
Oh my god! But aren't I up?
Still half of the owlbear is blocked by the pod.
Oh.
So.
But I can see down. Is there cover behind the throne?
If you go behind the throne, you will not be able to be seen. So you could hide behind the throne, yes.
Well, I was gonna bonus action hide and then stick my head back out to make a shot.
Alright, you can
Would that put me? Is it here or here? Okay. So it's 5, 10, 15. Bonus action hide.
Stealth check, please.
Rolls. Less 1.
Alright.
Attempts were made. I'm confident, so I'm going to then I'm going to poke my head around and make a shot at it. That's not going to be an advantage, but I did try.
You see the owlbear has turned as you are the fastest moving thing and is looking at you. It is not at advantage, as it is lower than its passive perception. And you also ran from, like, wide open to, like...
I know.
And thus we have proved that owlbears have object permanence.
What is the range on this? I may have just fucked myself over on multiple levels, actually. Oh, no, I'm fine. 80 feet. I will take a shot. 21, which is actually a 20. Did not with sneak attack. So 4 points of damage. Oh my god. Attempts were made. I'm gonna stay behind the throw.
We're gonna get so much XP from this.
Look, I didn't make the owlbear.
Fuck, it's all part of experimentation.
Look who's here. Look who's here.
We're perfecting.
Oh, good, just in time.
Hello, people who are responsible than I am.
That's okay.
I don't know about that.
It's great that you're here. We made it all there.
Boy, have we been doing
we.
It's a team effort.
You threw a rock. We tried to stop you.
Cruz
No.
threw a
So
rock
you're
into the cauldron
responsible.
and made an owlbear.
Owlbear will take 1d6 damage.
Listen, you just make meals. Groose made an owlbear. That's the kind of chef that he is.
So, with...
Yeah.
Groose is cooking up creation.
Olive is very content with her skills. Also, when the rock got thrown into the cauldron, you were standing right next to it. We're like, can we just say he like ran away just in case something really bad comes out or happens? Because that would be a terrible way.
Maybe he found a small cat and he's like, let's play on the bed. And then maybe that same cat woke him up when he fell asleep when he shouldn't have. Maybe exactly that.
Theoretically.
Alright, I heard an owlbear and rock. What the hell's happening?
We were cooking.
Oh,
No,
well,
that's not what is happening.
did a long rest yet happen?
No.
Oh, so excellent. Then I blew all my spells at the end of last session.
It's okay.
I'm fine with it. Alright. Boop. We've got all the people in all the places. Not perfect, but, you know, neither are they. There we go. There, door is a little bit more centered.
What?
Can't help you, IRL. Alright, so with that, this sort of bubbling frothingness reacting to the blood spilling out of the owlbear bubbles up and goes to sort of the lip of the cauldron and starts billowing out over it as you see a sort of tentacle come out over the top of the owlbear, and it just sort of squeals out, and it sort of wraps around its neck and coils up over its beak and just sort of drags it down. It looks like the owlbear itself is just sort of melting into this, and it gets consumed. But the cauldron has now refilled. We are out of initiative. And the cauldron returns to its sort of, you know, full rolling boil type state.
I made a clacking.
Olive, you do notice that the body of the Blood Witch is no longer there.
Cool. Wait a minute. So the owlbear got absorbed into the cauldron again
Tentacles.
by tentacles.
But that's where it came out of?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Wasn't
the
sure.
Blood Witch.
Yeah, when it was sort of frothing and boiling over, that whole area got covered in this, the clouds of fog that it was dropping, and then surrounded it. And when those dissipated, the Blood Witch was not there anymore.
So the Blood Witch is potentially inside the cauldron too?
Who knows?
Can we not throw anything else into the cauldron right now?
Sure. I mean,
How long is white now?
Like, until I say so? Or until maybe our group comes to a consensus? To not do it, but like not until later. Or
It
ever.
seems like he's struggling to compute the sentence.
You look very tired, Groost.
No, just in great pain.
Okay.
Has the pain
There's like a beak mark on the top of his head.
has the pain taught you anything?
Only that further experimentation needs to be done.
Okay, I don't think that was the lesson.
If I can create an owlbear with a wok, think what I could do with a bigger wok.
Something that could eat you whole, presumably.
So owlbear fried rice.
Perhaps.
Oh, hello.
Great Melibiot.
I don't know if we formally have met.
Well, we should have met earlier, but I was unconscious. I'm
So-
also not even sure who I am anymore, so that happened.
I too
but
sometimes
let's
enter a meditative state after battle.
You were tied up to a tree, sir.
That's not exactly consensual. So,
Right.
well,
I
it
mean,
wasn't. I mean, this time
I
wasn't. Had nothing to do with me.
I cut him down.
That's
You're
right. I was freed. Thank you.
Goliath, the last things you remember is you were traveling towards Krenel Bend when you were set upon by a large creature with a frightening grimaced smile and razor-sharp teeth, and it kind of bested you with magic, and you were just unconscious before you could really do anything. And then when you came to, you were changed to that tree.
Yes, I was traveling to meet a friend of mine, the little snake fellow.
Oh.
I was it was unfortunate. I was beset by some other fiend of magic and surprised me.
What was your friend's name?
Zevis, of course. Although he'll say the S a little too hard stereotypically, so
Right.
a bit of a trauma king.
How good of friends were you?
We were just traveling partners. I mean,
Oh, okay.
compartners.
Compartner. Yeah,
Yeah,
compartner. So
that happens. I'm sorry, I'm still woozy from my unexpected unconsciousness. I must not have been well rested before that small creature got me at the last second. Yeah. And now it's laying there in triumph. That's fine. Yeah. So what brings you here to where are we? This is Colonel Bend. It's not what I expected.
oh no, this is another dimension.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's
Yes.
in we're in the giant bones.
Well, I mean, as I'm not familiar with the region. That's an interesting name, though.
Yeah, I made that up because that's how we got here. Through the giant bones. You know, or you could just say this is Skull Island.
Skull Island. It's very undead centric. I see.
Yeah, because that's how we got here.
Mm.
So
Well,
yeah, we were sent to kill this blood witch. So or find this blood witch, find out. But
success. Wait, I heard some agony at points. Clearly, some of it was yours, but yes.
yes.
Yeah, but it kind of disappeared into the pot. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I ignored the last word I said, but it disappeared. And we were warned that someone called him is coming. He, him.
Who called him?
I don't think it. I think it's just a pronoun. I don't think it's his name.
I mean, it could be. How do you know?
I suppose I don't.
It's very true.
But the
Wait.
great hymn doesn't exactly strike fear into the hearts of men.
You
Maybe
put an
they're
E at the
speaking
end
of-
of it, and it does.
What?
I'm not.
You know,
I'm
it's
not.
silence.
Then it's just hype.
Or
No,
or
it's
Hime
silence.
if you're from the Far East.
It's
Which is
just silent
princess.
E.
I mean, why do I know that? What?
I'm not afraid at all. We can take on anybody that comes at us. Pronoun or name or size or small or.
Anyway,
Dang.
who gave you
Unless
this
it's an
warning?
owlbear.
The owlbear said that?
No, the blood witch.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she makes figments, which is,
Maybe.
you know what a figment is? Have you heard of that before?
I can.
We can show you one
imagine.
later.
I open the bag.
Well,
This is
okay.
Eloise.
Eloise
Oh.
slowly climbs out and then kind of like strains towards the pot a little bit.
Weren't you thrown into
No,
the?
no. She
Weren't? I thought the small little goblinoid was thrown into the pot with it.
I was thrown into the pot.
Is that what you came out with? Oh,
No.
I'm so sorry.
Me and Eloise have been long-time friends now. Like 2 days.
Eloise starts to sort of whine and mew a little bit, and you just see these little grabby hands towards the pot.
Oh.
But like,
she's
what do you
she-
want, Eloise?
Well,
Tell us.
I get in the way immediately. I stand between her and the pot.
What if this is like the life water of figments? And
Generally, life water
to,
doesn't have.
to evolve, she
those
needs to
things.
drink the life water to evolve.
No.
Goose
you-
would like to have a short discussion on this topic.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna need an
So-
Eloise ball.
Eloise probably wants the dream juice in the pot.
Yeah.
And
The life water.
obviously, people don't want, Eloise to eat the brain juice. But if we can't get the brain juice out of the pot,
Oh, she could do it. She could
Seems-
suck it up.
it seems like it would be a waste just to leave all that, good brain juice just lying around.
Groose, what are you saying?
Eloise is hungry.
Okay.
Can we at least give myself maybe a little time to read this dark ritual flesh book, please? Can I just do
Can
that
we-
to maybe
On
we-
black,
Sure.
it
Can we
returns to
maybe
black dark
all
ritual.
just
Yeah.
step back from the pot? All of us, especially
Can I-
Eloise. Can Eloise go back in the bag?
Can I give Eloise
it's a gateway
scratch-
cauldron.
Try to explain that we're just in a minute. In a minute, sweet darling. In a minute.
No.
All right.
She just
I wanna
every
steal
time you try to
something.
push her head down, it just sort of like pops up a different way.
I would
Can I-
like I would like to ritually cast comprehend languages and read the flesh book.
Hmm.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Going through, anyone want to do anything during the ritual casting of this?
I want to take something random from this table and put it in my bag.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. Alright, you may select an item at random and put it in your bag. What have you taken?
I am going to
I'm gonna
stand
take the-
between Roost and Eloise and the pot.
What's the thing called? Which one
If-
is the mortal? Which one is pestle? Mortar?
Pestle is the bit that gets ground into the mortar, or is it the other way around?
See, I don't
think
know.
I think the mortar is the grindy thing, and the
I want the
pestle is
grindy
ball.
thing.
Alright.
Mortars are like howitzers. They're smaller.
Yeah.
Before we do whatever it is you intend to do with the pot, I have a ritual that can confer with the divine that may give us an indication whether that's a weal or a woe of some sort.
I think we need to figure out what our course of action, though, is. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, I am Maliath, the Goliath, and now that I've formally introduced myself, I owe you quite the favor for liberating me from this terrible fate.
And we owe you quite a great deal too.
Let's just call it even.
You are.
It's not what you have received is simply some of the payment toward my debt. But may I have your names?
Olive
Zahara.
It's all at the same time. That's difficult.
Guitar.
That's Groost. The
Wait,
thing
why
in the
is-
bag is Eloise.
That's the only one I was sure about.
I am Groost, your divine godliness. At your service.
Yes, divine God, servant of divine God. That's
Oh,
a follower.
you are sent down by Macrobius. Okay. I
That's not the deity I worship. The iconography. It should be. Yes, it's right. All here.
You kind of look like a giant goblin, though.
I am a giant kin. What? No, goblin. No.
You are avatar of great Macrobius, sent down to save us in time of need.
That is a clear misrepresentation. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not true at all.
Well, yeah,
I'm not so sure.
he was tied to a tree. Remember?
That's
Yes.
what?
What?
That doesn't weigh in on my identity.
Now, Groost, an avatar of the Great Maguglia be tied to a tree.
Yeah.
Well, the great Macrobius works in mysterious ways.
Okay.
Once I
Zahara.
prayed
It's
for
nice
his
to
help,
meet
and
you.
he made me bump into Qatar, who
Yes.
was in a lamp, and I took the lamp.
Oh my gosh, have you ever heard that story? Groose stole me.
What?
Well, technically, I was stolen by Groose. Have you heard that
Yeah.
before? That's crazy, right?
No, because that doesn't make any sense. You're
It does. You know,
Goblinoids are a slaver
Technically,
race. That's true.
me, but it was my house, or what I like to call my house.
I stole her house.
Yep, she stole my house. He stole my house. And
You stole her house.
yeah, and then I popped out of my house and we were like best friends.
Now she wents off of me.
You know, it's strange. Usually when people speak, the more that they say, the more I understand. But with you two, it seems like it is the exact opposite.
What we said makes total sense.
Yes.
How do you steal a house?
Show
That's
her.
a lantern.
Show her.
Malaya is very impressed. Like, that would be a lot of strength.
This is my house.
Get up
That's a lantern.
and
Qatar.
Yeah, it's
show
my
her.
house.
I'll
I
hold the
can't.
house. Why not?
No,
Why?
because I need to go there later to like store some stuff and like
Oh, okay.
if I do it now, I can't do that later.
Okay. But we're going to Long West,
I'll-
right?
I'll show you later. Just remind me because it's kind of weird and funky. You
Yes,
can't
we
go
should
there.
wait.
Uh-huh.
You can't go there.
After about a minute per page, Olive, and it's actually more like a minute and 15 seconds because you're working with a tremendous handicap of this conversation that's going on behind you. You do start to see the words that are
Not magical bane.
written in abyssal, going through this, and this is indeed a pretty extensive, complex ritual, like not like ritual casting of a spell, but like a ritual that would take hours and hours to prepare, and you need all of the things to go together, and it's seems to be for something like the title, for lack of a better term, it's a ritual for the rejoining of Orgoosh. And going through, you see that it appears that there's some creature that has been divided into 5 parts, and this ritual is to reassemble and reassert the parts into a whole form again. In it, there is seemingly a very crudely drawn, and this is all like very much handwritten, scrawled. So this is not like something that somebody took a lot of time to neatly make. This is a ritual that has come into being in haste, right? Somebody has, scratched in charcoal on these pages and bound the book in a way that just to preserve it for long enough to do this. you see there is a map in part of it that has 5 points on it, and lines sort of drawn through them, and sort of intersecting central point is also on there. So there's 5 sort of points on the outside, and it seems like that central point is where the ritual needs to be completed. And why don't you go ahead and make say an investigation roll. We'll do this in 2 parts. We'll do an investigation one for the info, and then a arcana one for the
Just to clarify something really fast, was it 5 points and then the central point, or 5 points altogether?
5 points and then a central point.
A central, okay.
So this should technically be a 21.
So Voltron, excellent.
Okay, so 21 going through. So this does have little passages of prose almost in it that are written into sort of like the chanting parts of the incantation, and it speaks of a betrayer who tore apart Orgush in a moment of just supreme treachery and betrayal, and how that the sacrifice of the betrayer, the blood of the betrayer, is needed to complete the ritual. It also shows going through. You at first thought that the sort of drawings and designs on the outside were more ornamental, but as you see sort of get through the whole thing and start piecing it together, you do see that actually these sort of waving lines on the outside actually depict kind of an artistic version of a creature that has a single body and multiple different heads. And as you can count through them, there are sort of 5 heads and 5 necks from it, and they sort of come out from the
5
thing
bodies.
and go out sort of along the side of the paper there.
Do any of them look like Eloise?
No.
Okay, just curious.
And give me an Arcana check as well.
Okay. Arcana would be 11. It's a 10.
All right. So 10, looking over at this, it's not clear to you whether or not this creature is just the thing Orgush is, whether or not it's dead, or just something being combined into something greater, or you don't know whether all of the pieces are alive separately or that, and it's a little bit unclear as to how all of that is, other than it will assume a sort of conjoined form at the end. But you have a little bit of doubt cast in your mind as to whether or not the 5 initial pieces are sort of just inert right now, or if they're like, alive and kicking things.
Olive gets up and very gently closes the book and starts fiddling with her quill and starts to convey all of this to the party. The betrayer. Do you think that would be Shavia? Do you think Shavia was aligned with this and betrayed and then...
It does seem to follow.
My experience is any indicator. I don't know who that is.
She has a position open.
Mm.
Do you need
Sorry.
more?
It started out so wise. So, 5 heads, 5 necks. Does it seem like? Oh,
That's deliberate.
does it seem like this? Just like looking at like the symbols I've seen here, and that this was one of the rituals to bring forth one of these 5 things. Like if it's talking about like components, you know.
Based on your Arcana roll, you're not sure.
Not sure. Okay. So
Out of here, you munchkin.
No way to touch
I
it
think-
first.
Ow.
should we stay here and keep an eye on this for just at least a night?
Assuming the word extra dimension was mentioned. It's safe, not safe.
I don't know if that's true.
That was a question, not a statement. But I am concerned.
I think it's partially that this cauldron is still bubbling and has ingredients and potentially the switch in there. And if she happens to come out again or whatnot, I'd like to keep an eye on this for a little bit, maybe.
Camp out in the Skull Island pocket dimension next to the cauldron.
If we
That
take
doesn't
a
seem
short
dangerous
rest,
at
I
all.
can help a little bit with healing again. But right now, my energies are gone. I'm very tired. As if I just woke. I'm still
Yeah.
groggy.
The immersion is real.
But it was
What
an
would you all like
irresponsible
to
sleep.
do?
I had no energy
Okay.
gained from it.
So, you've read the book?
Yes.
Can Eloise have dinner?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because we don't know what that's gonna do.
That's true. We don't know anything's gonna do anyway.
Bruce, the last time we let you just do things, you almost got eaten by an owlbear.
It's not letting me do things, it's letting Eloise do things.
No.
Can we at least-
Eloise needs to eat like the rest of us.
Eloise can eat a baby chicken later.
Is that okay, Eloise? Baby chicken?
Like you're taking Eloise out, you put her back in.
Is she still in the bag? Sort of-
None of us
Talking
are
keep
prepared
the
to
bag.
deal with anything touching that cauldron
Keep
right
the
now.
keep the creature in the bag.
You see there, your bag has a little tear in it, and you just see this tiny little hand just doing grabby hands out the side of it.
Oh god.
Those horror movies where they always have a stretch bit of like latex or something. You see someone's face press it was just hands.
Wow, we should get some rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
And we
away
should-
from that cauldron in case it is still actively dangerous.
Yes.
How big do you think this place is?
20 foot of bright light and 20 foot dimmer light voiced there in the darkness.
Yeah, and we keep an eye on the cauldron and on Eloise.
Too bad I can't bring her into my house.
That is really too bad.
I don't know what that means.
I'll show you.
Will you?
Yeah.
All right. Can we camp out down here in the trees? Is that going to be traumatic for you because you were tied to one?
No, I don't hold it against the trees.
All right, great.
Who should look after the pot first? You're kind of tired, right?
I just give
You
my
want it to be me?
second wind.
Wow, this is an uncomfortable science. All of a sudden, I'm going down here.
Yes. All right. I'll watch it for the. I'll do the first watch.
Are you sure that you're not too tired though, Olive?
What's he trying to say? Because she's older, she's more
Uh,
tired.
No, Bruce,
no,
that's not at all what I was
I'm
thinking.
sorry. I should have been rolling
I
at
support
disadvantage.
Olive.
I'm still exhausted. I got my brain back though. Oh.
I just thought you.
Sorry about that.
You know, you didn't get good sleep last night.
Yeah, I should. Okay. So who's gonna watch first?
I can do it. I can totally do it. I'm a really good watcher.
It's true.
My-
Once I got in a fight, and she watched the entire time.
I did, and I didn't do anything else but watch.
It's true. I got beaten up.
You know, usually if
you
you give
do-
me like ground rules, I'm really good at following them.
I'm down here to the ground.
But I can't watch the pot from.
Can we not?
The pot is still
I mean-
glowing light, so you can definitely see it from just
Yeah.
about anywhere.
Right. I mean, if that makes you more
The platform is
comfortable.
only about 5 feet off the ground. So.
Also,
Bruce might have a little bit of a hard time, but everybody else.
yeah, it's just some safety away from the bubbling bomb of acid or something.
yeah, like
Whatever
on the
it's-
down by the stairs or whatever, or there. There's fine.
All right.
Okay. What about second? Who's gonna do second?
I'll
I can do
happily
second.
wait.
All right.
So, are you guys long resting or short resting?
I would like to long rest if possible.
Long.
All right.
I'm actually going to start with the first shift as well, because if we accomplish a short rest and I get back a channel divinity, I'm going to immediately use it to heal some people.
Okay. So, we'll start with the short rest and the first watch. As you all sort of settle down, again, remember there's no moon, no stars, no sky to speak of anything except just this sort of eerie glow of this cauldron is the only light source around here, unless you guys provide your own. Everything is just sort of has the red turned up super high, and the colors of everything, and it's just different shades of red here. A little unsettling at best.
What
Some of you-
prompted the owl bear to come into creation? Did you agitate the
we
bowl of evil stew up there or whatever?
we were like, how can we, get this potion to like stop being a potion? And so Bruce was like, oh, let's just throw random items in there. And I thought it was a great idea. I mean, mess up the recipe, then it can't be created. So Bruce threw a rock in there, and out came an owl bear. And then she tried to like befriend it and touch it, and that's when it like chomped on his head, and then he thorn ripped it back into the pot, and then we had a hard time with it, and then we kept missing because it was in the pot, so we couldn't like see his whole body, and like some sort of magic was kind of like, I don't know, you have to ask Olive about that. Something with the magic was weird, and then the blood witch's body disappeared after we noticed that after the owlbear just kind of got sucked up by the tentacles in the pot, and then it started to fill back up because when the owlbear was created, like the juices went down, and then it got sucked, eaten, and then the juices went back up.
So maybe we make another owlbear, and we kill that one.
Like
I think that
162 times.
Well,
And then
okay.
What level of
You know about figments, right? I'll give you the rundown of figments if you don't.
I
have
do.
to say it again. Okay.
I do?
So, when we hit the owl bear, it bled, and I think that's what, something else consumed it. Maybe. Or like.
All right, well, let's stay on guard because the witch is likely still alive then if that's the case. Bodies don't generally move themselves.
It was standing right next to, or it was laying right next to the pot.
All right. So
The body.
as you sit and wait, discuss the intricacies of the previous events. Short rest can easily be achieved here. Those of you on first watch who are not, heading to sleep, you do notice that it seems like the area around you is just like ever so slightly fading. Not out of existence, but in sort of like a crossfade, in that the colors are becoming less and less saturated by red, and more returning to a a more natural color.
RGB,
green,
nice.
Green of greens and such of the grass and all of that. Little patches of stars are slowly fading into view there. So it appears that whatever this place is, it's transmuting into something else or fading back to something else or that.
I feel like we're missing a piece of the puzzle to stay in this place. Maybe we should go look for it.
Do we have a means of exit?
I mean, we came in on the other side, the other stairs.
There's a physical way out.
There used to be. You want to go? I can go check it out.
What? Separate though. There's also potential enemy that way.
So you don't want me to go over there?
Not until the others are well rested.
Well, then what if it doesn't last so long? We just got spit out into the unknown. Well, I mean, I guess this is kind of like unknown. So
look, as far as I can see, which is only about 20 foot of bright light, and
I can see farther than that.
But as far as I can see, the only difference is how dim the dim light is, turning more of a bluish versus the reddish.
We look up at the sky, right?
There's no sky, it's darkness.
Exactly. But now you're kind of like starting to see something. You're starting to see stars, and that's not normal for this place.
Well, maybe we're slowly reintegrating.
That's what I'm saying. You want to be spit back out into the unknown, or do you want to
Look, I see all kinds of weird things now.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think that I should go and steal some of that potion?
Oh, that was deliberate. Why am I so tiny? Oh, God. I hope Twitch can see all that, or am I just raving like a madman?
You're just raving lunatic.
That's fantastic.
All right, so let me just ask you a personal question, and you can answer however you want.
Have we short rested, Casey?
Yes.
Good.
Now then answer my question.
I will, as I heal you, or actually likely, the goblin was really hurt. Looks like my liberator was also mostly hurt. I will give 10 to the goblin and 5 to Zahara.
Man, you're like really into that stuff.
Yes.
Okay, now
heal.
Question before it's too late.
Heal back.
Do you think that I should steal some of that potion?
Why? To what end?
Because if we're about to pop into the unknown, then we should have a sample of it, right?
Well, but again, why though? What does that help you prepare for?
I'm not sure.
I'm also very much unsure of what you're saying. But that's not just true for this moment. The last hour.
I just feel like we should have some. Like, what Eloise could use it, and we would never know.
The wizard Olive has tried to unravel the mysteries. Maybe Olive does require a sample.
Oh yeah,
which to continue
that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Olive could use some of that sample.
But if it's not something we can contain, I don't want to bring evil or whatnot back to.
I feel like
If
as
we
long
can
as we
get
don't
back.
put rocks or blood in it,
This
we'll
is just
be
the
all right.
beginning of a great space coaster where we're just forever in this weird place. I'm not going to be happy, but if we do go back, I'd rather try to limit how much of this comes with us.
So I can do it or no?
Well, I'm not going to give you permission. I'm not, first of all, the leader. It's likely.
Well,
the
usually,
wizard,
like,
or
if
maybe
there's
that
someone else with me, if
younger
I
one that
ask
helped
them
me.
first, they'll like forgive me later because I asked and you didn't say no. And I like to be forgiven.
Maybe avoid things that require that.
No, then you're not really living.
That's what.
Okay,
No.
let me just go because you have a vial. Got a vial? You have a vial?
This is the whole thing is vile. Yes.
No, do you have like a physical vial, a container, a jar, something with a lid, or a cork, or a syringe?
I don't know
something?
why, but you've caught me so off guard. I'm actually thinking what I have on me. I'm like, what do I have?
There are empty glass bottles and stuff on.
Would
the
a
table.
censure
you.
work? Is it pronounced censor or censure?
I didn't know if we were
I'm not
going to take
sure.
a trip to like the container store or something like that about like
No.
with all the receptacles we could possibly use.
I've got that little
there
brass
are plenty
thing
of little
with
random
a cap with incense, and then I go like this with it.
beakers and corked glasses and etc. etc.
I will use something with some sort of stopper. Yeah, okay. I would like to.
Just be careful. Last time you mentioned something was introduced to the pot to include maybe a beaker. Something crawled out.
Yeah, but there's not. This was empty, right? This empty? Empty?
The rock was empty.
Yeah. But it's got minerals in it because that's what a rock is.
So is that.
No, this is
Literally
glass.
made from rock. Tiny ones.
I'm just gonna do it. I'm sorry. You'll forgive me though. Okay.
That's how
Bruce-
forgiveness works.
Before we do this, Groose, update your hit points, please.
I would like to
'Cause I definitely did that first.
Is there tongs? No tongs? Okay, I'll just do it by my hands.
Zahara, you got your hit points?
Alright, so you're
What
trying
am
to
I
get a
adding to hit
sample of
points?
the.
I gave you 10 because you looked
10,
really,
okay.
really ragged.
Alright,
And I
so
can see numbers, so yes.
as you head over and look, and it has like the rolling boil has sort of cooled down to a bit of a simmer. As you can see, after an hour or so, the fire doesn't seem to be anything magical about the fire underneath it. So the fire is slowly dying. There, I mean, it's by no means out, but
Okay.
it does look like it's not putting out tremendous amounts of heat anymore. And so the surface of this is much more flat, and as you sort of dip it in, you're able to. I mean, the liquid is hot, but you don't thrust your whole hand in there. Or maybe you do. You're Holly. I don't know. You are able to get the liquid in. It is quite warm to the touch, but you can sort of hold the top and not do it. But as you sort of finish filling this vial, say it's about yay big. The ripples sort of flow out from it, and you can see this sort of image in the water of, again, this central body, and then coming up from it, these 5 sort of lines then curl around at the top, and then as you're like, it just sort of fades back into the water.
All right, I got it. But I don't know if I created something or not. Did you see that? Were you watching?
I was watching you. I didn't have. Was something in it?
Yeah, the tentacles. Or the Blood Witch. Who knows? Maybe the tentacles are part of the Blood Witch.
Tentacle pox is the worst.
All right, I'm going to put this in my pocket. Shh, don't tell anybody. This is our secret.
I will only share it with those here.
Okay. No. You just me and you, right?
Well, and them.
Yeah, but they're sleeping, so they're unconscious, so they don't count.
You got this for your wizard.
Yes. But don't
Yes.
tell her. It's a surprise.
That shall not be a surprise.
Oh, come on. It'll be so much fun to surprise her with it.
That's something you should do with maybe breakfast food, not with that most dangerous thing I've ever seen.
Oh, no, I would never cook for Olive because Olive is a great cook, and I am not. And I do not want to insult her by cooking something awful.
That's nice of you to consider her feelings. And
Yes.
palate. This might shift over. Who's next?
So, continuing on the long rest, you can wake somebody else to watch the pot if you would like.
I will wake Zahara and then show her how to go into my
Pot.
my lantern.
Okay.
And I will not mention anything else.
That's a lantern.
I will just...
That's not big enough for you.
Okay, watch this. And I will just into my lantern.
Did you see that shit?
I just kind of turned to blue mist.
Did anybody else?
Nope, I only woke up you.
I'm over there like a cat pawing at the ground.
Oh, that shit's wild. Okay. I'm gonna watch the pot.
You just pocket dimension inception? Wait, what? What just happened?
Yeah, don't forget me.
All right.
Because I'll meditate.
So as watch continues, again the dimension just slowly starts to fade, becoming more and more green, looking more and more like the natural world, and less like some horrible blood place that you have been. And you find yourself back to a dawning sun.
Is the cauldron still there?
No. There is
At
a
what
gnarled
point?
old dead tree there.
I was standing here watching it, so at what point did that start happening?
It was a slow progression throughout the whole time.
I would like to investigate this tree.
Wait. Long rest?
Long rest has been achieved.
Duh, level! It's such a weird mechanic. Like, I'm ready to heal everybody. Oh, I see you're all fine.
A little shy.
I didn't. Updating. Yeah.
Good morning, trees. Good morning, sun. Good morning, blessed avatar Maglobius sent down to save us all.
Oh, speaking of well, something good came out of this. We did get some stuff. Qatar and I went through and we found these potions and rubies and stuff.
Excellent.
I
there's
pop
that.
back out of my house.
All right. So you are going to investigate the tree.
I'd like to investigate the tree.
All right. Give me an investigation roll.
I will do this.
All of you do regain one level of exhaustion.
Well, how are you damaged?
Thank you.
Don't think
It's not
the
updating.
mechanics have done
It's
it.
not. It's
Your
not
your
updating.
character name has to be exact for your token, and that's how D&D Beyond throws it to your character sheet through. So if there's extra names or whatever, change that on D&D Beyond.
Oh, 11.
All right. Looking around, does seem like there's a very dead tree that's sort of grown up and gnarled in this. Looking all around it, doesn't seem any more or less tree-like than you would expect. The only thing you do find is that there's sort of a knot hole that's carved out. It's maybe about sort of shoebox size, carved out sort of naturally, not like carved out by hand. And in it appears to be a, for lack of a better term, kind of like a voodoo doll, a kind of humanoid-shaped little effigy, and to it, very crudely strapped on, appears to be a long sort of spindly tail and two circular ears have been sort of like attached onto it extra, and it's sort of, you find it there like sort of like hunched over and put down, so it's like on all fours in the little thing.
An actual thing, or a
It's like a little doll.
oh, a doll?
And you said it had a tail and horns?
Ears.
Ears.
Sort of larger circular ears, or semicircular, not circular.
So it's Mickey Mouse.
No,
That's
not
what
as
I'm
not
hearing.
as circular like Mickey Mouse, like half circles. Like the ears are bigger, enlarged ears.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Hi, I'm a creepy doll. That's
Haunted doll watch.
all you find.
Olive, your
And
friend
it's kind of-
Tar has
so it's
quite the
like-
surprise for you.
So it's like an
What is-
effigy that's like stuck in there,
Yeah, I mean it's not stuck; it's placed in there.
placed in there.
Huh, what's that on the tag? Gadolf Blinsky?
He's no fun. He's no.
He's no Blinsky.
What do you got there, Sahara?
Weird doll.
What are you going to name it?
Max.
Okay.
Any further questions?
Now it's not creepy anymore.
What
No,
does
it's
it
a
do?
Now it's a
I
friend.
don't know.
Does it talk?
Gerst, you're like 1 for 3 on friends.
I'm 1 for 2 on friends.
Hey,
Well,
Where
I
are
guess we
we?
haven't tried it with the effigy yet.
It's true. Yeah, where are we?
Well, why does that tree have ruins? I'm sorry, runes on it?
Oh, it's left over.
What
Or
do the
should-
wounds
That was
say?
So just
That was
just
my
a-
light source from the older map.
ah,
I just
Okay.
grabbed the token and threw it on there.
and so I'm like, why does it have? No, it's gone.
Don't worry about it.
we should be inside of a skeleton, right? Oh wait, it's not nighttime. But this isn't what it looked like in the daytime.
No, there was no throne inside this skull head.
Nor was there a, platform with a tree in the middle. It was like rivers and stuff.
Well, the rivers weren't inside the skull room.
Oh, maybe we just need to go down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Should we be
gonna
detecting
take-
magic
are
in
you
the
gonna-
region?
Take the voodoo doll?
You don't want it, I want it.
I'm gonna regret this. I pull it out.
out it goes. It appears like the main body of it is made from a combination of sort of scraps of fur and what look like likely hair that have been sort of bound together with little pieces of twine packed in nice and tight. Soft
This is gross.
touch.
I don't.
Don't do it.
And again, it is posed like down on all fours, not standing up like a bipedal person.
Hello, Max.
Is that thing animate? Why do we think we can talk to it?
I don't know.
I
just
don't
wanted to
know.
see.
Sometimes they just tell me to do things, and I'm too afraid not to listen.
I open up the ritual book again, and I look to see if there's anything resembling this voodoo doll, and like, is any of the iconography match the voodoo doll in there?
Quick scan through doesn't seem that anything looks even remotely like it.
Okay.
I can begin to the ritual, the simple one though, to detect magics. We can take a look at that doll, and possibly the liquid that Qatar found last night.
What liquid?
And-
Qatar found a liquid last night?
Yes, in the cauldron.
I didn't find. I mean, we knew that was there.
Right, and then you took some.
Maybe.
No, she didn't. I was there.
You were
Oh.
asleep.
Either way, we should definitely check on whether that's still with us because, well, things have changed, and that might have gone with whatever left.
Well, sorry, but it's in my house and I can't go in there right now.
Yeah, she did not leave at all last night. Actually, I don't think I saw her last night.
That's
So you have a vial of potion or cauldron fluid.
I mean, maybe allegedly.
She wanted a sample, but she used 3 wine bottles or whatever.
That's a lot.
It's got a top on it. It's like it can't leak. Wine bottles. Wait. Well, I guess technically the bottle would have tops. I was thinking of a wine glass.
So you left it in your
It's in the house. In my
Bruce,
house.
You do hear just a very low, sort of constant, like mewing and moaning coming from your bag, as if
Open up the bag.
as if a small creature in there hasn't eaten for
Yep.
the better part of an entire day.
Yeah. I open it up and try and calm her with pets. Like, look at, I got you food.
She just kind of like pushes your hands away.
I know. It was the old one. She wouldn't let you. She was mean. She wouldn't let you eat the dreams of innocent people who got taken and put in a pot. Horrible. Guys, Eloise is hungry. Can we go find a small defenseless
Infants.
baby animal?
Yeah.
What?
we should find our way back, and I'm sure we're bound to find some type of baby animal on the way.
You're woke ranger? Rogue? Woke?
Malaya,
Hey,
do you need a job?
I'm an archaeologist.
Fighter?
I did need a job, but I do feel indebted to the rescue. So if there's any way I can assist you people before I find my slick little friend, then I will happily follow that path.
I have a request. Could you find an animal that still has the childlike hope and dreams still left in it? Not too old.
Like me.
Yes.
Like a baby.
I'll definitely keep an eye
But
out.
not a humanoid baby. Just
Preferably not humanoid, but
an animal baby.
So that the hand trunk nightmare is carnivorous. Is that
yes.
what I'm hearing? Of course.
Correct.
You should watch it eat.
Why-
It's
why
very
wouldn't it be?
interesting.
Hey,
It's
I'm carnivorous
infantarious.
too.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So I would like somebody who's trying to, or anybody who's trying to scavenge for a baby animal somewhere. Please give me
God.
a wisdom survival check.
I think I'm
I will-
unfortunately obligated to be involved in this.
So you all set out to hunt.
14.
Alright.
13.
Groost, you are accustomed to trying to find small things to eat, and you do come across a little burrow that has looks like 2 probably baby squirrels in there, looking for their parents to return with some food.
Eloise, do you want to go in or shall I go get them?
It's not something Eloise wants. You're like, "Eat that."
I open the bag.
Alright, and Eloise, like a cat pouncing, sort of leaps with great alacrity from the bag into this burrow. You hear a couple of squeal noises, a spray of blood, and then
Oh,
followed
God.
by about a minute of just
Oh,
sounds.
Eloise. Oh,
Um,
ah,
and then all,
Eloise.
all is silent, and you hear this almost like half purring sound, and then
Trumpeting.
about about purr trumpeting. About 5 minutes later, Eloise comes out just absolutely covered in blood.
Hi, Louise.
Just kind of like
Do you-
rolls over on her back.
Do you feel better?
And
Maybe just
her
a
little
little bit.
eyes start to go closed a little bit, and then
Oh,
you hear
yeah.
her
That's a good
sleep.
sign. She's satisfied.
I'm gonna pick up Eloise and carefully place her back in the bag.
Oh,
She's
God.
just dripping with, and
Fluids.
entrails and-
I didn't know there was so much blood in a squirrel.
Alright. And in the meantime, the rest of you have realized that you are not far from Krenel Bend. You're just sort of in the woods. Those of you who have traveled around this area know that there are all sorts of ruins and old leftover things lost to time in the woods here. People kind of just use them as navigation landmarks. And so it doesn't take too long to reach another road that will take you back to Krenel Bend, an area that you know. And as you head back towards the township of Krenel Bend, we will pause for our halfway intermission. And all of you can go fetch your own version of baby squirrels and enjoy them just as Eloise does.
With
And
blood.
if you cover yourself in blood and entrails, be sure to hashtag #RollItSlant, share those on Twitter with us.
Nice.
And hashtag Eloise Snacks. Let's make that a thing. Cool.
not.
So we'll see you back in 5 minutes. Hashtag Eloise Snacks. All right. Well, we're back. We're all still munching and eating away on our Eloise snacks. I think that should be our next emote.
Oh,
Eloise
yeah.
snacks?
I don't
Yes.
know what it. I don't know what it would be a picture of, and it would be incredibly long and difficult to write out in chat, which I feel like is the challenge that our viewers deserve each time
Like
they want to share their joy of patronage here. So
Be like a baby in a spoon, right?
we have drinking from a frog's mouth, and then we'll have eating a baby's brain.
A baby head with a straw coming out of it. No, a trunk.
What?
An Eloise trunk.
We cannot do this.
We cannot do this.
It's probably against the terms of service.
I think it is.
Well, I
Or
want
make it amended to a baby
That'd
chicken.
be weird if that were
Yeah.
covered in the terms and conditions. Do not.
Specifically listed out.
Twitch knew.
We'll figure this out. We'll put our
Baby
best
chicken.
artist on it. We'll be like, we don't want to explain this to you, Kayla. This is what we need.
You'll ask no questions.
You'll ask no questions. Also, please slip this in as an Easter egg to all of the children's novels that you produce.
Hungry,
Just a
hungry,
shadow of a snout
elephant
going toward
and cat monstrosity.
a head.
Oh, also, I want to share our wonderful fan art. Except now it's gone.
Oh, what? We have another fan art?
We do.
Or missed
Fan out combine fan art combined is called what? No, let me not say that.
I don't really know how to share this in a
Oh my gosh, this is great.
meaningful way. It's sort of enough, yeah. Thank you, Anon, for Owlbear in a pot. Not
Okay.
able to.
Can't
Leave
see
in
it on the
peace.
stream in any way.
What do you mean?
Oh, there it is.
God, lies and deceit and lies.
Sorry.
Very cool, Anon. You're very, very talented. To do this so quickly.
For real.
I love it. I love it. Poor owl. Just trying to do owl things. But no, party has to do party things.
That's true.
So speaking of party things, not owl things, unless it's an owl party, which Timur might get to playing owls as characters eventually. Process of elimination. You have found yourself back.
I won't be the wise owl from potato chips, but I will be the one that steals lollipops and gets to the center.
All right.
How
You
many
do
licks
you.
will it take?
You find yourself back in Krenel Bend. It is mid-morning. Some of you have eaten healthily.
I pull Zahara aside and I go, at what point do we tell him that his friend
Do it. Keep me in suspense.
is no longer? Is it like now?
It's now. I think
It's
it's
now.
Yeah, I think we should just rip that particular band-aid, a thing that we have in this universe, off.
I pull Qatar to the side. At what point do you reveal to them what you've taken? I think it's now.
I don't know what you're talking about because I don't have
believe you
anything on
could.
me.
Yes, but you still have to reveal that to them.
I don't think they're gonna find it important in any way.
Bruce like to pull himself aside. Of course, at what point do you tell them how much you cherish the time they get to spend together as friends? Now? Okay.
Please have a Gollum Smeagol moment.
So, Moiath, I think we met your no, I know we met. I know we met your friend on the road, and he fought with us very bravely.
Well, I doubt that. He's a bit of a healer. He would stay back.
Well, yeah, he did, and then like unfortunately he was the only thing around, and he got attacked, and he
The only thing we
died.
had in
He
common
died.
is we're really both good healers. His was more. What? Wait, what? Mike, what?
He's dead.
No.
He died very, very bravely, valiantly, and heroically on the antlers of a giant deer.
It was an
You're
elk.
gonna say something else.
He looked very brave, as he was. Is it gored? Is it gored to death with antlers, or is it like impaled?
No, you definitely gore things with antlers.
Gore. Okay, so he was, he died. He died well. Loudly, but well.
By a river.
By a river.
On a beautiful moonlit night, I think.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
beautiful. Other than the screaming.
Well, he was the first of us to get here. But
The first of-
unfortunately, I do feel that others are coming.
I have another friend of mine on the way. I'm not sure when he'll be here, but he will arrive.
Unless that gnome made it here, a little banjo gnome.
Well,
Wait a minute, what's that
what
on that
was
character
your
over there?
what was your friend's name?
Zevis.
No, the other one that you just mentioned, the gnome.
It's hard to remember all the names. Grimmel, or Grimmin.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's dead too.
Did you all kill
He
him?
worked with us. We were co-workers, and this really big monster came in and I nearly died.
That makes
the
no
Hara
sense.
nearly died.
He would stay back. That would be his.
Yeah. We tried. Yeah.
I feel like that may be the problem. I think you have to come closer.
Sometimes some things are inevitable. It's just like
Maybe I won't perish like the others have, so that yet more of us would have to show.
So if I
I'll do
may
my
make a
best not to die.
if I may make a suggestion based on what's happened previously, I think you should stay back.
Oh. Roost.
I did in the fight with the owlbear. Clearly,
It's true. You ran
did
away.
very well in that fight.
I
Very
withdrew.
You were supervising.
I was slightly concerned.
I
We
was
kind
very
of need
concerned.
supervision. So
I
like,
may have blacked out for a little while there too.
Me too.
Did you?
Yes, it was very dark inside the beak.
Wait, what? It ate you?
Yes, it attempted to eat me.
Hmm.
Oh,
So-
while we're
Go for
all like huddled together and confessing things, I'm gonna pull out the mortar. It's really important to wait, what's her name again?
Ooh,
Oh, also,
that's Groost.
Guitar.
Yes.
Maglubiot?
Yes.
Qatar. So really quickly, I was mistaken. That's a pestle, not a mortar. Sorry. You have the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is, we can name it this or that. That's fine.
Okay.
We don't have to. It's named.
Your name is still Grimmin on the stream, so I don't know what your name is.
The Great Maglubiot.
If you just looked at the page that we were moved to, though, I will.
Yeah, I can't see
Actually,
your
is-
name tag.
Is it Grimmin on the stream? Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't see your name tag.
I didn't change it because I didn't want to.
But I definitely changed my name, down on the lower list of players at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Where does it say
Great
Grimmin?
Maglubiot.
Did you lie about that?
No, it's on the stream. I promise. It's right
It's-
beside
it's-
your name.
It's the stream overlay thing.
It's nothing you
Stream
can
Can
change.
anyone
Overlay.
see
It's
anyone
a-
else's names?
No, I can only see my
Nope.
own. My own.
There's no option to. Oh wait, hold on. General C.
Show nameplate. There's like a show nameplate thing. there.
Actually, when I look at the stream overlay, it says Zevis with the parentheses and dead.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. This is really important to Malith that I show you that I took this
Why did you even bother with that if it didn't matter?
because I needed to know.
Needed to know how to mispronounce it.
So I took this from the table, and I just thought you should know.
Well, I don't think it's stealing if we've already killed the person.
We took a lot of stuff from the table. We took these rubies. We took I took spell scraps and these spell scrolls.
Oh, see, I told you they would find it important. And I put it back in my bag.
I think if the crime aspect was the problem, I think the part where we beat the woman to death would probably be the bigger crime. But if that's not
she hurt us too.
right,
We're in the middle of town square, I assume.
I think
where
the
we
taking
beat the woman to death.
is perfectly justified. So I think we're safe on this one.
Cool.
Olive, any conjectures why the cauldron did not, I don't know, fade to normal?
Well, I think it probably would fade to normal. Do you mean like empty?
I mean, like, not become a tree.
Wait,
Yeah,
the cauldron is a tree?
Wow.
The cauldron. We just lived this. The cauldron became the tree.
I thought we were in a different place.
We just shifted, and that place didn't. I don't know if we can't conjecture that the cauldron became a tree. A tree was in the place of where the cauldron was. Unlike when you talk about planes and different levels of things, I mean, in the multiverse, anything could look exactly the same and then be there. It doesn't necessarily mean that it became a tree. It's weird. It's also weird that there was a doll.
That was weird.
Okay, maybe I should tell you Hold on. Maybe I should tell you my true confession. Because now I have a theory.
Are you?
And okay, so I took some potion.
I mean, we have 4 potions, right? We got 4 potions.
Not those potions. The green potion. The owlbear came out of. I got a sample.
Ooh.
You can't have it. It's in my house, and you can't get to it.
We could feed it to Eloise.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted it for. Or wait, are you baiting me?
Why did you need to hide it? Why weren't you just up front with what you take? I mean, why are we playing games here?
Because I want to go with Eloise without you knowing, because you didn't want to do that.
I didn't want Eloise to drink a cauldron's worth of this stuff, or go into the cauldron, or touch the cauldron.
Okay, well, here's the important part of my confession. I might have created something else. And then you said that the cauldron's a tree, and then there was this animal, Max, that we're calling him.
I mean, Max is not an animal.
Yes, it's
Max
a doll.
is an effigy.
Yeah, but what if that's what I created in the cauldron when I took the thing? Because, you know how when the owl bear was a thing, we saw, a big picture of a bear? I started to see a big picture, but then, it just dissolved into nothing, and, I don't know if I created something or not, because, we, vanished. And, so what if we add blood to Max?
This music is impeccable, by the way, right now. Impeccable music choice.
Well, what if we add blood to Max and then it becomes a real thing?
Let's not.
Boom, boom, boom.
Because it wasn't blood. This is all very...
Because that's the missing ingredient was
I'm
blood.
a little more worried about this book, right? And this map and these 5 things.
Maybe
and the
there's
fact that Shavia might be involved with all this and is either 1, playing dumb, or 2, just has no recollection. And when she gets recollection back, she will help. Not help, because she's the betrayer, the blood of the betrayer, right?
So, what if we find where her memories are and we feed them to Eloise so she can't get them back? Thoughts?
I was with you with half of that.
I think that's a great idea. But
if you take away the memories that make somebody do bad things, and I don't do bad things. Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah, let's give it a good memory.
Yeah.
It's not so much her memories right now. It's more so the blood of the betrayer. Her body contains blood, so the blood of the betrayer can bring back
Oh.
Ogrush.
Oh.
I'm
Right.
enjoying this biology.
So what if we bring back Org Grush and then we kill him?
I'm being
think she's
paid
probably-
like minimum wage.
Yeah. I think she's got to be dead to bring back Ogrush, so the order there is a little odd.
Okay, so
Right.
what if
Supreme treachery and betrayal needed to complete the ritual. Blood of the betrayer. Right? Did I get that right? Sorry.
This is
I
also what I remember.
can't- Okay, thank you.
blood of the betrayer? So
But then
what
there's-
if
Yeah, go ahead.
does it have to be a specific betrayer or any betrayer?
I could betray you if you would like, and then wait.
I mean,
I already gave you my
technically-
blood. Never mind.
Why is that? Why is that your line that you won't cross? Betrayal is fine, but blood, no.
Well, I already
know.
gave blood to get to this place, right? So like it's someone else's turn.
And
Sure.
here's the other thing too. Let's think about this outside the box, right? If any of us betrays any one of us, one of us could become the blood of the betrayer. So let's not
Sure.
betray each other, right? Is that I'm going too deep there?
So if I say I'm going to betray you and I betray you, am I still the betrayer? Or am I not
Yes.
betraying you because you know that I'm going to betray you, making it not betrayal, it's just me doing things?
That's a really good point.
Groose,
Betrayal doesn't-
if
betray-
you say
God,
if
this
you
is-
say you're gonna stab me in the back, and then you stab me in the back, giving me warning does not change the fact that there's now
No,
a dagger in my
I-
spine.
Right, but it's not betrayal anymore. If I say I'm going to stab you in the
It's
back and
still
then I stab you in the
betrayal.
face, that's
But
betrayal.
you knew about it. You knew about it.
That doesn't make it better. There's still a knife in me.
But then you
So-
can forgive easier because she
No,
told
I
you-
can't.
Yes.
There's a 8-year-old kid just standing slightly across the road eating an apple, just like listening to all of this.
Start opening the back.
I leap at Groose and I close the back again.
Eloise can solve all of our problems.
There could be no one.
Then I
No
just-
witnesses.
I'm just kneeling in front of Groose with the flap of the bag just like clenched close, and I put my face up really close to Groose and I say, no.
Just imagine if this kid's eating an apple and Groose is slowly peeling it with the bag, and this little trunk just starts creeping up the bag.
Absolutely not.
So,
Enjoy your
Um,
apple.
Does this town not have a repository of knowledge we can refer to instead of just conjecture?
There's no libraries here.
Well, what about a wizard or a high priest of some sort?
All is a
Olympus
wizard.
I'm a high priest.
Wow.
yeah, I'm still learning though. I mean, like, it's kind of a
I meant one of those cloistered ones that spend their lives dedicated to the organization of scrolls, etc. You know,
Yeah, I
keepers
used
of
to- I used to-
knowledge.
I used to
I
work
have,
for one.
I have a scroll.
I mean, we can talk to Shavia about it. She just might also be the betrayer.
Right, I
Two
thought this
scrolls.
Shavia person that you've mentioned a few times, but not quite detailed, is one of the prime suspects.
Yeah.
She's our employer.
We
You
also
want
work for her.
that?
I see. Well,
Oh well.
boulders roll downhill.
Technically, you're employed by her too, but she doesn't know you yet. Our requirement was find another person, and we found you. You
mean, you-
agree, right?
You don't have any, we found you,
Congratulations, you're employed.
so consider yourself.
It turns out I have 2 openings in my party, so yeah, I might as well.
All right. It comes with a
Free
house,
room and board.
yeah, and food, and
Is this house that you keep mentioning?
And,
Yeah.
10 gold a week.
yeah,
And all the belongings of the previous occupants.
yeah.
Do you like music?
Depending on my background, I might have. I do not. Never mind.
Okay.
I drum on my shield. Sometimes there's a good beat.
I think that it might not be a bad idea just to be straightforward. Because
Just
if
tell her.
she
that-
wanted to find out why the Blood Witch wanted her, well, we found out, right?
Yeah. So we bring back that thing.
Shavia is another wizard,
She's more of like she's a lot of things, I think.
but if you had to say, you
Put
would
it in like a-
say
like a-
mystical,
Job.
I'd say
magical
that she's a lot of things.
keeper with a library, or
I think she's like a wizard,
Oh,
honestly.
well, like,
She's very wizard-like.
all of her stuff was stolen, and including her memory.
Not all her stuff.
Not all of her stuff, but like her library, right?
I don't
Hey,
know.
question. Olive, having seen like the themes of like this, like seen the map and the 5 and whatnot, is any of that type of symbolism or iconography, was it at the house at all?
You would have to search the house.
Okay, I want to go to the house. We
It's-
should go to the
you,
house.
You don't immediately like recall, but it's your memory. You haven't been there all that much, so it's like
Sure.
there are design motifs and such. But
last question: is Shavia our only source of knowledge on such things, or do you happen to know something I'm unaware of, besides what I've mentioned is possible?
You don't go to that church with the bingo hall, right? Or I mean the lottery.
Oh, the gambling arena? No.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I
No,
have
that's the only
no
place
luck
we've
at
really
that.
been there. And then there was a zoo. Lady.
Oh yeah. She's so cool. She's got these animals and stuff. It's so awesome there. You should go to the Living Circus. Have you been to the Living Circus?
Well, I'm more interested in this zoo.
That's what it is. It's the Living Circus.
Oh, I see.
It's her name's the Baroness Lindsay. And it's got a "the" in front of it because she is awesome.
So
what would you
no
all
other
like to
people.
do?
Oh,
don't-
and
I don't
also
think-
the monk. Wait. Did we ever work out why the monkey gave us jewelry?
Nope.
What?
didn't.
No. The monkey is scheming.
Or the monkey is a person and not a monkey
Or
who knows something else about
minute,
Shavia.
Does Max look like a monkey?
Yes, Max does look like what would happen is if you tried to take a human doll and make it a monkey.
I hold Max up to eye level and I say, maybe you are a person.
hello, Max. Tell me your secrets, Max.
I kneel down next to Groost and pull Max down to be on Groost's eye level.
Well,
You getting
Well,
anything?
Alfonso!
I'm watching you,
His
little
name
man.
is Max.
Yeah, but the monkey's name is not
Alfon-
Alfonso. It's something else
It
like
is
that.
now. We do the naming around here.
congratulations,
that.
we're here to inform you your name has changed.
I think maybe it's just Alphonse.
So there's that, right? There's Shavia. Would I have known? Because I think Olive probably would have tried to scope it out when she came to town. But are there any other repositories of knowledge in this town? Like there really wasn't a library, or
There's not a lot of that sort of like public infrastructure aside from food and drink and that sort of stuff, like the farming and all of those. In terms of people who know the most about things, let me pull up. There's you've heard of Trouble and Petrick, the brokers, the Discerning Exchange. They're the ones who deal in like sort of the highest important trade items of magical or exotic nature that go through here that get traded back and forth out west. There's the guy you met in the bar in episode
The
1.
elders you played that game with.
yeah, whoop their ass.
You did.
But other than that, there's no it's possible that Dragon Calgary, who is the mayor, has something in his mansion. But beyond that, it's not much of a cultured learning place.
Sure.
Almost by design.
That's all good.
Well,
So our options are limited.
I also have
Almost
the
by
falsity
design.
of knowledge of the great McGlubiat above. I can call upon him for his, vague advice on certain actions.
Okay.
It's an extra, option. Putting it out there.
Pretty good option.
Yeah.
What are you
Thank
gonna
you.
ask?
I don't know. It's just an option. If we want to know, should we pursue this path? I can be like, hey, McGlubiat.
I mean, I guess one large question would be, we should not be having this conversation in the middle of the street.
Why not? If our enemy is here, they might reveal themselves.
No,
I look at the
then they'll just
8-year-old.
know things.
how far away was the place we ended up to here?
No more than like an hour's walk. It was like a little bit off one of the main roads. Once you followed the roads, you connected into one of the main roads that sort of runs parallel with the river.
If there are 5 creation points, there are likely 4 other sites we have to find.
Yeah, actually,
That's
That's
just
a
for
good- that's-
symmetry's reason. That might not be true at all.
that's a good point. When we look at the map, does it seem to match the, Chrono Bend and whatnot where we are? Like, does it match any of this geography?
How would you like to determine that?
Okay, so we know Amber
Satellites,
Lake,
please.
right? So Amber Lake's a pretty distinctive
Google
geographic
Maps.
piece, right? Or actually, do we like?
Amber Lake is not a very big thing.
Oh, okay.
Amber Lake wouldn't like appear on most people's maps unless they've walked across Shavia's property.
Okay.
It's more of
I-
a pool
look.
than an actual.
Oh, you're the map maker. Why am I trying to do this?
give me this. I'm
Here.
gonna take it,
Yeah.
and I am proficient in cartographer's tools, and I have done various
Street
Archaeological.
cartography.
things in this area, and so I'm going to compare it against my knowledge of the area, and see if anything sticks out to me.
Right. Go ahead and give me a cartographer's toolkit.
What am I rolling with?
Cartographer's toolkit.
What ability?
This would be probably, I would say, either wisdom or intelligence.
I will take intelligence. $16.
Right.
Why is there a 0 in the middle?
I don't know.
Plus 0. Looking at it, you do sort of cross-reference it, and it does occur to you to kind of use the other maps that you guys have. You do have a map that was sort of pulled out by Shavia herself and set up, and she did on that same map. There is. She gave you sort of the location of where the Titans were, and then you recall she talked about a temple, which was like the last place that she kind of remembered, which is also on the map. So after looking back and forth at all of these, and the one in the sort of dark ritual thing is by far the most poorly drawn. There's not a lot of it's more of like showing relative locations than it is actually geography, but kind of layering them all on top of each other. The 5 points end up making basically points of a star, and you can sort of connect all of them together, and combining all of these maps, you do come to see that the area that would be the very center of this star, or all of these points in this figure that it makes, is the location of the temple that Xavier gave you on the...
Well, this is in fact all pointing towards one conclusion.
Go
What's
on.
that?
Which is that Xavi is the betrayer, which we already kind of knew. But the temple is this central ritual point.
Which temple? The
The
gambling
temple-
casino?
No, someplace else. She went and lost her memories there, and then she sent another group that was kind of like us, so they didn't come back, so they might be dead.
So
Probably.
if we go to the temple and we just ransack the place and ruin it and destroy it, can they still do the ritual there?
Probably.
Well,
I don't think it has to be a temple for it to be.
You have to, like-
we'll put a pin in robbing it just in case we want to revisit that anyway.
Well, we have a list of ingredients needed to complete the ritual, right? So what if
okay.
we steal all the ingredients?
From
The
the
only-
entire
Record them.
world.
No, okay, alright, hold on. So the betrayer, right? Only her blood or his blood can bring back Orgush. So what if we... Now bear with me. Don't interrupt. We get to the end of what I'm saying. So what if we kill her and we drain all of her blood and then we drink it or something to get rid of the blood. If there's no blood left, the blood of the betrayer can't be used to bring back Orgush.
But doesn't that make us the betrayers now?
No, because when you drink blood, it doesn't go into your veins. It goes into your stomach.
No, but we will have betrayed her.
No, not if we tell her we're doing it.
No, that's still not how betrayal works.
You're
I
You
think-
guys have picked
I'm
up on the central theme of my campaign. How actually does betrayal work?
Here's the
I
thing.
am confident that it's still betraying them, even if you warned them first.
Oh, okay. Will you tell me what you think betrayal is?
Can I tell you a totally different theory? A totally
Yes,
different thing?
please.
Yes.
Okay. So these 5 things are needed, and then the blood of the betrayer, right? Like it seems like those 5 things need to lock into place, and then the betrayer.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we take care of those like some of those 5 things and interrupt it that way instead of like
Did we
drinking
interrupt
Shavia's
one?
blood?
I'm going to, so, based on my knowledge from reading the Great Goblin tomes, folk stories, you know, the great hero always goes to get the things that will stop the bad person doing the ritual. But realistically, what that means is they just gather up the 5 things into one convenient spot. So, what if we go and get one thing, and then just, I don't know,
Destroy it.
Do we know specifically
it.
what those things are?
I don't know why eating it is.
It's very
It's my
revealing
only-
about the way your mind works.
Listen, I'm sorry I haven't fed you today. I apologize.
What if we summon Orgush and we eat it?
Okay, let's put that down at like plan X.
It's still on the list.
I'm wondering what Z is going to be.
I just don't believe that it's as far as we can sink.
Will this
You're right,
Shavi
we can
know
definitely
what
think
Orgush
further.
is?
No.
No.
Won't know what that is.
No, I mean, she could probably put 2 and 2 together, right?
Maybe it
Or-
depends on where her memories are at, right?
Yeah.
Relief. Don't know if I can.
Because we don't know what it is, right?
Mm-mm.
Maybe
Oh,
we go
I see
ask?
what you're saying. I know what you're asking now, and I totally understand what you put down.
Daddy-o.
Understood the first time. I got it now.
Oh, I'm so glad we're having this conversation out in the middle of the street.
That's a really good question.
All right. Well,
We should ask this Shavia.
This is a great play we're writing, isn't it all?
a street official from the the Society of Abundant Speculation has walked by and given you a scornful look, as if you've reached your quantity of speculation for the town limits. And through this scornful look, you're informed that you need to go somewhere else to speculate, or perhaps even gather more information, or do something. It's a very telling look.
Wait, so do
So
we know
we're gonna
exactly
get
what?
ticketed.
Do we know exactly what the 5 things are?
Thanks.
Things?
The 5
Yeah.
things plus the blood to get the other thing. What are those?
Fake dude.
So it was
Making
these.
soda.
I'm
Vinegar.
going to continue us walking. I think that we should walk back to Amber Lake.
I vote for Baroness Lindsay.
Well, we are here.
Why are we going? What for?
Maybe she can tell us what
For
the
further
what is it?
distraction.
The question that we may not
Just
want to ask
Ho-
Shelvia.
ho- hold on. So, just so we're clear, the only reason we ever went to her in the first place was because she might know about magical animals.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that she will necessarily have any knowledge about the great summoning of whatever Orkush is.
What if
However-
it's a magical animal? That's where the magical animals are being created. So what if it itself is a magical animal?
Creature divided into 5 parts that needs to be reassembled.
She might know.
Right, but if something has a name, usually it's like more than a creature, right?
Well, maybe she can tell us something about the 5 things that are needed.
Well, right, but maybe Stephen the peasant might know that. But there's levels of. Let's go to Baroness Lindsay. I hunger.
Can we do this? Can we just ask her if she knows about a creature with 5 heads and not?
Yeah.
But then she'll go a hydra, and we'll be like, well, that's true, but is it a hydra? Maybe, probably not. What about the dog, right, with extra heads?
No, it's got 3 bodies.
Dogular. No.
Okay.
They got 3 bodies? Is it like a reverse?
It's a
Reverse
stretched out
three-headed
dog with 3 forms.
Listen,
Three-
that
three
officer is
buttholes.
still looking at us. Give me the stink eye. Don't like it.
It's weird. You feel all of your ability scores being decremented by 1 the longer you stand here.
I mean, we don't have to. It's just a suggestion. I mean, just saying.
We have
How
something
old-
specific to ask her about.
Yeah.
What?
5-headed body thing.
It's there's no way that this thing is a creature.
So, just
You
so we're
don't
clear,
you don't go to all of this effort to summon just like a creature.
when you say 5-headed body thing, that's just 5 different things. So 5 heads or 5 bodies?
I think that you
If-
should. I think you should confer with a god. Somebody should confer with a god.
Oh, well, then, yeah, you
divided-
have options.
I can
Into-
confer with the great. Sorry, go
Let's
ahead.
go to the northern end of town outside the
Yes,
square so
yes,
the people
please.
do not get alarmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Creature
Um,
divided into 5 parts needs to be reassembled. Artistic works in this book depicting an artistic version of a creature with 5 heads and 5 necks,
Okay.
or 5 necks into 5 heads. I mean,
So it's
I think it's
one,
the heads that are more important than the neck
one
part,
body.
you know.
1 body, 5 heads.
Mhm.
Okay.
Very
Now we're
long
clear.
necks.
Right. Could be a hydra. Right.
Could be a hydra.
I think they were all different, weren't they?
We're walking.
We're walking.
Were the 5 heads
uh,
different?
I don't know.
No?
They
Oh, okay.
look fairly identical.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right. You make your way out of town to the north, which is also, probably a third of the way to Xavia's, and you're outside of kind of the city limits at the moment, or the town limits, I guess I should say. It's not really a city.
So, if you want me to consult the great God Magloviet, well, I would need like a course of action that we will take.
Course of action is completely coming clean with Xavia.
Okay.
I also
Or
have a
I-
Does
question.
anybody have
What is your
thoughts
question?
or feelings?
What was your question?
I don't know Shavia, so I'm not sure what that line will produce. However, I do know the word. What you guys call it?
Argus.
Wait, did you say Groost?
Argus.
Can't be coincidence.
Argus.
So maybe we ask your deity if
Could be it.
if summoning our Groost would be a good course of action. Because by establishing that it would not be, we know what to fight against. Because I'm still quite unsure what it is. Do we need to prevent
Okay.
it?
Well,
All
I
right.
mean, generally, I feel like if a blood witch is devoted to summoning it, it's probably bad news. Just from like context clues.
Probably.
They stole part of my brain for it. It didn't feel good, so
Oh, well, your motor skills are amazing for someone who's taken that kind of damage. Good.
yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So, are we asking about Argus? I think we should ask about Xavier
That's fine.
first. Yes. Okay.
And the Baroness.
What about her? I can only ask
Again.
once.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. Bruce begins to cast a spell as a ritual, which is a lot of dancing and shaking his staff and calling upon Great Maglubiet up above.
All right. And what is your course of action?
To tell Xavier about what? Why are you raising your hands?
The music.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're talking to McGloopiate here, right?
Yeah.
to tell Xavier about
Off to the
Argus
side. Woo.
and the ritual.
So, course of action is telling Xavi about all this stuff.
Yes.
All right.
We'll end well.
As you go to consult with the goblin god of order, war, and blood, you get back a decisive wheel, and that this course of action would be very much good.
For him. Well, Gloopgate says it's quite an idea. He has given me the biggest wheel I've ever wheeled.
What's
Wheel in the
McGloopiate
sky.
the god again?
Why does that matter? You wouldn't know that. Couldn't hear inside my head.
Okay.
What's that? A metagaming pigeon?
So
Ooh.
we just go and come clean.
Yeah.
Not betraying or anything. Like that's
Well,
we just
If we're going to betray her, tell her beforehand.
I thought we were
It's-
concerned
it
trying
doesn't
not to be
change
the
the
betrayer.
nature of the betrayal.
that word does not mean what you think it means.
Well,
Bruce, just so that we're very clear on this, if you tell me beforehand that you're going to betray me, I'm still going to feel pretty fucking betrayed.
if I say I'm going to betray you, is it really betrayal when I betray you?
Yes!
I don't understand this either, Bruce. Like,
Okay.
if you told me, no, I'm with you. Like, I don't understand why they don't understand that if you tell
Right.
somebody first.
Oh, look, Amber Lake.
No,
You know,
let me put it-
I'm walking.
How
I'm
did we
walking.
get here?
let me put this one other way, okay?
All right. So,
What if I said to you, I am lying. This statement is a lie.
Right.
Now what? Now what? It
Now-
can't be a lie, but you know.
No,
It's
now
a
you've
lie.
just now it's just this is an annoying
hey,
conversation.
you guys, you've been gone for quite a while. You didn't. I was starting to get a little bit worried. But looks like you're all. Who's this?
Oh,
Good friend, new friend.
new guy.
Huh.
Do you remember the gnome?
Yep.
His name was Gribben.
Yeah.
This is the new one. The new one.
I'm
You
not a
know?
gnome.
Yeah.
He's not a gnome.
Not a gnome at all.
He's not.
Nope.
None of us are.
Looks,
forgot to tell you about this
looks
guy.
like a Goliath to me.
Ah, finally. Finally.
Yep.
This one called me a goblin and a goblinite.
Nope.
great
And-
Maglubiet.
Definitely not the goblin god of order, death, and blood. Nope.
Not the, is it the god of death? I'd say he might be. Let me consult my scrolls.
I'm not
Consults the scrolls.
not a goblin shaman or anything. Well, welcome to the team, I guess. Shavia's been, pacing back and forth all morning looking for you. I told her that you were on it. She has something else she wants you to do, but was expecting you much earlier than this.
We were delayed by ourselves in town for hours.
I totally understand. You might not want to lead with that. This may be a good opportunity for you to test how good you are at lying to your employer. She's a little irritated. Whatever it is, it's important. And time was of the essence, so you may have missed it. But, yeah, no, go right on in. She's waiting.
Do you want to give us a teleportation circle? Or something? Then we can be here on
Okay,
oh,
what-
never mind.
going in the
Not
door.
your...
I'm walking in. I just
Yep.
Yep. Swiftly.
Teleportation
Swiftly.
circle,
I don't
Rubius
know. You,
is the god of war and order. No blood, no death.
you
Little
know,
bit of
Noted.
leadership too.
Noted.
go do some circles and do some security.
When I'm walking in, I'm going to be holding the book covered in the ritual book.
And as promised, Shavia is kind of just at the end of that entryway that's sort of flanked by the suits of armor, just sort of pacing back and forth. Every once in a while, she just sort of stops, and then sort of like you can tell she like works through and sort of like writes something out in the air, and you can see this little like trail of like script going through, like she's sort of like writing in the air, and then she'll like wipe it away, and then keep pacing back and forth. And then as the door opens and you all come in, she turns. Oh, well, about time. Where have you all been?
Doing our job.
Blood dimension.
Yeah.
We went and killed the Blood Witch.
Oh, well, that's cheerful. Did you learn anything about her before you killed her?
Yes.
Well,
Kinda.
after we killed her, we found out more.
And before.
Also reasonable. And
And you are the key to summoning Ogresh, apparently.
You are the
you-
great betrayer.
Yeah. Betrayer.
do you mean Algrouche?
Oh, yeah, sorry, my accent's really bad.
I agree.
Ogresh. That's fine. I'm not, that's all right. Did you betray him at some point?
Not that I can
Or
recall,
her.
but that does...
Or her, that's right. I don't want to, or they, what, you know.
That would potentially bring a lot of things into light if I had. Maybe onto something, yes?
That's why they want your blood.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
want your blood.
Does my blood
Job
have
complete.
to do with it?
Well, so they need like the blood of the
Malias.
betrayer.
New
Oh,
guy.
this is Malias.
hey.
What's
I thought
What's
you would call
Ogresh?
her, Ogresh is
Yes.
a creature I am familiar with. Very large, very powerful.
5 heads?
Oh, yes, 5 heads. Somewhat of a hydra, if you're familiar with the creatures.
I'm quite familiar. The great goblin folklore.
Well, they're a bit
First, what are you eating?
nastier in person.
Oh yeah.
But inexplicably beings of fairly tremendous power if they put their minds to it. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So,
So,
go
go
on.
ahead, Bruce.
Thank you. If we were going to locate, the various heads of Ogrush, where would we do that?
I assume they'd be attached to Ogrouche.
Oh no, because Ogrush was like cut into various little pieces, 5 pieces, one for each head. So if we were like, going to get the various pieces of Ogrush,
They want
That
to
was-
assemble it.
Wait. So
Who?
if they want to assemble it,
I don't
Wait,
know.
we
the Blood
should-
Witch.
At what point
One second.
is Argouge disassembled? I didn't think that was possible.
Well,
Maybe you did it, and that's why you're the betrayer.
Oh, maybe you did.
So tell me more about this betraying stuff.
We don't really know. We just know that Blood Witch said you are the betrayer, and she needs your blood to complete the ritual.
Yes.
That's in the book.
Ma'am,
What book? Yes.
This one.
Grimmin.
I'm still a little. No, clearly not.
Gonna have to get you all
I'm still a little
name tags.
confused about Ogrouche.
Yes.
It is a Hydra, or it is a specific Hydra.
It is
or-
a specific Hydra, yes.
Then could you detail how you know that? What do you know already about the creature? Because we have a lot of blanks to fill in as well. And their
well,
conjecture may overrun what you're about to say, so I'd rather not.
Yes. Conjecture is the enemy of progress.
I like conjecture.
Understood. Ogrouche is a Hydra. There are many alive, just like there are many people alive, all with varying skills and abilities, some larger, some smaller, some with more heads, some with less heads. Ogrouche, last time I encountered it, had 5 heads.
Greedy. Just greedy.
Well, she just sort of pauses for a second. You have a moment, right? You're not off to run off somewhere.
Mm.
Oh, I do have.
Not yet. No.
Have a matter that's somewhat pressing, but I fear it may be too late. There was word from my informants, my eyes out in the jungle, that that last temple that I spoke of has been already raided by one of the. I believe it's the Flight of Fortune. Those cat treasure hunters there, and they've taken everything out, and they're headed back to Colonel Bend to sell it all. It's very likely that if there was something of value in that temple, it is in their possession now, and headed straight to the brokers at Colonel Bend. I was going to have you try to intercept them and perhaps plan to clandestinely sneak in and all of that, but I think they're going to be passing by likely within an hour, given where they were when I got this information. So if you're going to do that, you're going to have to do it very quickly.
Should we go? Should we
What?
decide now?
Yeah,
Right.
let's go.
In 3 seconds, we all say what we're going to do. Yes or no. Yes for cat. No for no cat. 3,
like cats.
2, 1. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Welcome alive. Welcome to democracy.
All right. Well, I haven't told you what I want you to do yet, but it's good that we have tacit agreement.
Cook and eat the cats and take the treasure.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Close enough, but you don't have to eat them. In fact, it may be better if you don't. I don't know where they've been.
We kill them.
In the temple.
Likely they've taken everything from the temple. They're in some sort of convoy, headed here, probably guarded in some way.
Convoy.
And they're not known for taking on jobs that aren't profitable, so it's likely they have quite a few valuables on hand, especially if they're, bothering to venture down into Colonel Bend itself. If you intercept their convoy, see what they have, procure anything that perhaps seems relevant or that previously belonged to me, because perhaps some of my items were left in that temple, and I can give you. She sort of just reaches through her cloak and pulls out a couple of things and just sort of no, and pulls out a scroll. This incantation will allow you to reveal the magical mark of my property. Cast it, and then the next 10 minutes you can see what belongs to me and what doesn't. I
So-
definitely want whatever belongs to me back. Use your own discretion at whatever else you take. There's likely going to be a whole trove of things there. If you do see my spell book, though, that comes back at any cost, including all of their lives
So
and yours.
quick question. So if we try and take the things by force, is that banditry, or are they bandits and we're just taking things back with it? You know what? Don't answer that. Let's go. If we don't know, it's not illegal.
You can
I
try to.
Don't know
Again,
laws.
That's
you can
not
try
how.
to barter with them
laws
if
work.
you want, but if they sense you're desperate, you're going to end up paying a tremendously large sum.
Well, I have very little money.
Whatever we do, we can't betray them.
Again, weird line to draw in the sand.
Where should we intercept these things with?
Yes.
Well, they're going to have to cross the last bridge over the Whispering Rill that connects to the main road that leads past here that heads south into the city is perhaps a juncture that's best to intercept them if they haven't passed it already. Otherwise, you'll see them on the road, is my guess. But it is about half an hour north of here, so my guess is by the time you get there, they're probably going to be arriving. I was hoping you could set up a little bit more of a ambush, but since you seem to have toiled the morning away, I guess haste is of the essence.
I have a
then
plan.
I will get back to you on the rest of this Morgouche nonsense.
I have a plan to make an ambush. We need a pushing pram, and a dress for, Qatar. I will pose as your child in the pram, and you can be a woman on the road, and you call for help, and you're like, help, help, my baby's turned into a goblin, and they'll stop, and then you jump out from the bushes, because the caravan stops, and we get the stuff.
Do you have a carriage? Pram thing, baby thing, stroller.
With more words, perhaps?
Why would I have a baby stroller?
Maybe you had a goblin baby.
Okay, so heading out, right?
I could just wrap you in a blanket and carry you.
Oh, that works too.
All right.
Do you have a blanket?
Can I have a head shawl too thing? Cause like, I don't look like a mother.
It's true.
A
You
head
don't look
shawl
like
is
you
just-
could be responsible for anything else staying alive. Well, best of luck. Oh, and also you may want to tread lightly, as they are bands of adventurers themselves, so they will not be pushovers. And the Hunters Guilds, it's not a single entity; it's many of these groups. So if you do commit a massive act against one of them, you'll likely wage war on the whole guild. And
Maybe we
well,
just...
that's a choice you can make, of course. We can make friends or enemies in our lives, and sometimes it's better to make a little bit of both. Not all of one, though.
What if you were once
Ah.
part of a guild like this and you got kicked out of it? How do you think they'll feel about you then?
I was not part of the guild.
That was a different guild. What if... You know what? This sounds like it's a heist. The heist is on Qatar.
All right. Well,
It's
it
just
starts,
like the old
starts like
days.
hurting you out the door. Best of luck with this. Remember, if my spellbook is in there, it comes back at any cost.
We kill everybody and you get to kill the entire
Just
guild by
the
yourself.
Just
No
the
survivors.
people needed. If my spellbook comes back, that may not be a problem.
Yeah, see?
Great, and perhaps this will,
I have
pull the
one...
last nail out of the coffin and all of
I
this.
have one request. If we are going to get your spellbook back, can Olive have a look at it, so perhaps she can learn some spells too?
Absolutely not. It'd be far too dangerous for Olive.
Okay.
Thank
no,
you, Gross.
No offense, but I'd rather not have your mind turn into a full of mush trying to comprehend the unintelligible, ineffable forces of worlds beyond this.
I don't know. All knows lots of languages.
It's true.
As much as I appreciate this
Oh, look, the bridge.
promoting you're giving to me, I think we should go. But
We should.
continue to tell me good things about myself on our journey.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
You
not
make
I'm
really
not
good
with you,
cookies.
but, they'll
You've
definitely
got-
be alarmed if I'm there.
You've got
Oh.
the heart of a lion and
Here, if you want.
kidneys of a trout.
She tosses whoever the last one of you heading out fairly
The
sizable
lungs of a
bag
rhinoceros.
of gold coins, just in case you need that for whatever it is you're planning.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
How much
Can
is
we-
in there?
Keep it forever.
Quick look, it's probably at least 500 gold.
Oh, that's a new set of armor.
The liver of a swan.
Alright.
Okay.
That's lots of gold.
Okay.
Ooh, we can always say we lost it.
Bladder of a crocodile.
That's a betrayal. Come on, let's go.
We have to tell her we're going to betray her.
That's not how betrayal works.
I hate all of you so much.
Not as much as I do.
Alright, so,
Good.
make your way northward. Is there any preparations you'd like to make on your travels, or are you going to head to this area on the Lickety Split?
The preparation that I would like to make is that I cannot do this. I cannot plan a heist at 11 p.m. at night when I have been awake for this long.
It just hit on the hour. Do we usually stop an hour and half an hour? I can't remember.
I'm going to stop once I reveal the stuff, so you can plan this in your there. But I'll show you the location.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
I do think I would cast mage armor on myself before we on our way out. So that is one thing I would do.
I don't know if I should. You want to be in a blanket, Groose? Or
Well, I
are we
always want to be
scrapping?
in a blanket, but
Okay, I'll give you a blanket,
necessarily-
and we can make that decision later.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
When we arrive on scene, I will bless the party with the blessings of the stone god.
Alright. So
Stone
let me
god.
Oh,
Oh. I'm familiar with this location.
Are you?
Yeah, it's from The Witcher 3.
Oh.
There's drowners in the water. Don't go in the water.
Didn't I almost drown here, or was that no? That was a different bridge.
it was a
That was a
similar
different bridge,
setup.
yeah.
It was a similar bridge.
Lots of bridges. This one is not. So you see the Whispering River.
Actually, I think Tepra did drown there.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
No, he only drowned the once.
Not true.
What other time did he
So
drown?
In the water.
It
Spans-
doesn't matter right now.
Spans the river as shown. There's kind of like an island with some underbrush in the middle. The road going over the river itself is just kind of barely wide enough to get a single cart across it. There is some underbrush there. There is, it looks like this bridge has had a bit of work, and they just kind of left the scaffoldings up. So these are sort of over the side, recessed down, maybe about 5 feet or so, kind of a little bit below the actual deck of where the bridge is. It's probably no more than 10 feet from kind of the level of the bridge down into the water. It's not a huge fall. This is sort of just a cart pass over things to see. And for the moment, there is nothing coming down the road, but the information that you had points to that will not be the case for long. So we'll leave it here. The precipice of potentially intercepting stolen things that may belong to Shavia, and help unravel this mystery once and for all. You can all plan and decide what you're going to do in the next week. Cool?
Yes.
Well,
Cool.
Cool. Cool. Thank you all for watching. Sorry for the slightly slow start tonight, but we did get there eventually. Thank you for the gifted subs, Anon. It's awesome. Thank you. Welcome all those new people to stream. Thank you for the art as well, Anon. You were very busy today. It's awesome.
You were.
Awesome art. Check that out on Twitter. We will retweet it on our Twitter if we haven't already, at Roll20.
It has been already.
So if you want to check out the art for yourself, do it. I had caffeine. Yeah, that will help. Very cool. You can catch previous episodes on YouTube. Search for Roll It Slant. And if you click the subscribe button there, it doesn't cost you but click to do that. If we can get 100, we can get our own custom Earl there, which would be grand. We stream Monday nights, which is tonight, starting at 7:30. We also have a game that Timur runs on Thursdays, Lions and Crows, also starting at 7:30. Graced is on hiatus for the moment, but that may be back.
Hopefully next month when my workplace stops trying to explode, and I can be a person again.
All right. Well,
Diana's hiatus.
Yeah.
You heard it there first. Cool. Anyone else got anything? All good? Well,
Nope.
Until next time.
It's not betrayal if you tell them.